Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Hi there, kids. How the heck are you? Good morning, everyone. Happy Fri-YAY to everyone that's watching. And to those who aren't watching, suffer through. Anyway, folks, glad you're here, whether you're watching live or on the rerun. Hope you're having a great day. And I want to say hello to Carl Witzman, Brian Wensloff. Glad to have you here. Patricia Carell, Mom, my Mary Marvel. I hope you're doing well. Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., always a pleasure to have you here, sir. And Merritt Spicer, mwah, to you. Glad you're here. Colette Morlocks, to you too, mwah. And Craig Smith, I hope you're having a great day so far. And Mary DeMoss, mwah. And Charles F. Millhouse, a pleasant Fri-YAY to you, too. Anyway, this is Nevermind the Furthermore with me, Brian K. Morris. Hope you are doing well this morning. Not a whole lot going on in my head these days. Just working to get through the weekend. It's a pretty light schedule because, as you know, tomorrow we will not be broadcasting Nevermind the Furthermore. Although if you're watching this, say about 4 or 5 years from now, it won't matter because you can just click to the next one because it's on the interwebs. It's forever. So anyway, we're going to be doing the Sunday show. That will be the final Sunday episode. But we may have specials, and if we do, we're going to announce them and let you know what we're up to. Now, Carl Witzman says he may be late. They're coming to pick up my broken mower. Why is Napoleon the 13th going through my head right now? And Ted Davies Artistry says, good morning. Good morning to you, good sir. Hey, folks. Got to tell you, if you want to see another, what I think was a pretty good episode of Clever Tile Pending, we had a special one on the OnCon Network on Facebook, also on the Comic Book Advocates, page, little reflex there. And it turned out wonderful. Ted was an amazing guest. We had some fantastic comments from you guys, and I'm very pleased with the show. And whether you want to watch it on the Rising Tide page or my profile page or better yet, YouTube. As you all know, I am finally blowing the dust off of my YouTube channel. And so there it is. Please subscribe. We have 59 people so far. We've gone up quite a bit this weekend, or this week rather. I want to thank everyone that's subscribed to it. And I promise your faith in me shall be duly rewarded soon. And once we get, I'd like to get another 41 people because I'm told not Facebook, phooey on him. I'm told that, we're a little mad at them this morning. I'm told that YouTube will offer me my own URL that will make it much easier to find my misspelled camouflage 61821, which is where I was living at the time I created the account. So, anyway, so please subscribe to that. We promise all kinds of delights to fill your waking hours, and we're going to be putting some of the time that we're not doing in daily broadcasting into some instructional and amusing videos, we hope. Hopefully instructional and amusing. But anyway, we're going to be doing those, and I'm looking forward to presenting them to you. So anyway, good morning to you, and good morning, Carl Witzman. Glad you're here. Brian Wentzoff, good morning, family. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great, great morning. Donna Carlene, hello. Brian K. Morris, hello, everyone. Hello, Donna. How are you this morning? Hey, Donna and Carl Witzman will be having the bi-weekly Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant tonight. And I'm going to make sure I run all my errands and I'm home for that because it's always a good time. You want some relaxed jokes and conversation, that is a great place to go. But you can't see it unless you are a member of Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page, which is about the worst kept secret. And by the way, folks, he's letting people in because I'm friends with them. Now, if this is the one time when saying you know me does not hurt your reputation. In fact, you'll get no small amount of pity about it. But anyway, please check out Uncle Carl's secret page. And come by about 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, and just be prepared to laugh and interact with Uncle Carl and Aunt Donna. And Paul Roof, good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And there's my man, Tyrone, Tony Reed Jr. Good morning, everyone. Happy Fri-YAY. Have a great and productive day. I will, and everyone will, if they go to TyroneTonyReedJr.com. It is an awesome place to be. Anyway, Tyrone, glad you're here. Hope you and your lady have a fantastic weekend. Carl Witzman, if I disappear abruptly, it's just the mower repair guys and not the Illuminati, I hope. Yeah, I hear the mower guys do show up in a black van with a giant pyramid drawn on the side with an eye in the middle of it. I think that means they're from Egypt. So please go along quietly, citizen, and no one will be harmed. Charles F. Millhouse, howdy, everyone. Howdy to you, Charles. Hope you're having a great morning. I'm about 80% done with my story on the first draft. I'm very happy with it. We are getting to the penultimate climax of it. And if Sarah was here, she'd hear climax and go, wee. Anyway, I hope you guys have the Covfefe brewing and it's hot. Just like you, I'm sure. And Brian Westlaw, so I just made an announcement last night regarding a new giveaway running May 30th through June 13th on Reels and Heels. And I know you're going to tell our listeners about it, are you not, in order to pique their interest and get them to that incredible podcast site too. And good morning all from Ted Davies. Good to have you here. Thank you again for being such an awesome interview last night. And if you haven't watched it yet, tune in. There is... Ted Davies is not only a crazy talented guy and a really great soul. He's got some doors opening for him that right now you're going to start sucking up to him because you want to be riding his coattails. And there he is, Rick Bradley. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning back to you, my friend. And yes, I'm crazy excited for Ted. Oh, I am too. But we're not going to talk about it unless Ted wants to bring it up. But otherwise, you're going to have to watch the special on-con edition of Clever Title Pending from yesterday afternoon. It was a great show. And while you're at it, be sure to check out Clever Title Pending from last Tuesday, where Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, and Carl Witzman and I discussed imposter syndrome. And I've got to say, of all the things I have done, that's probably the second. It's on the verge of going viral. Apparently, that show has touched a number of people personally, and like I said yesterday, not in that pointing at the teddy bear sort of way, but it actually spoke to a number of people. And we have some laughs on this show. We have a good time. I certainly do. Hope the rest of you do. But all in all, I think Tuesday was a significant episode, and I think Luke and Carl and Meredith are to be congratulated for their insights and for making that show just incredible. I'm so proud of them, and the four of us are going to do it again. In fact, we are going to bring up imposter syndrome. Probably it's going to become a theme eventually, I suspect, because I know Carl's gotten some compliments, and I've gotten so many people have written to me going, this show speaks to me, because a number of us, and not just in the creative field, I found out from Tuesday night's episode, but a number of us suffer from imposter syndrome to one degree or another. But if you don't know what that is, you're going to have to check out Tuesday's Clever Title Pending to find out. And I think you'll be glad you did. Charles F. Millhouse just did an interview with author Scott Donnelly for Indie Showcase for Monday, June 1st. That is fantastic. That is great. Oh, man, I can't wait to hear that one. That'll be fun, just like your other ones. And Luke Stone, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Luke. Hope you're having a great morning. And Luke is now a free agent. He is going to forge his way in the comics community, and I'm really excited by what he's got going. And that, reading your press release yesterday, Luke, it got me fired up, and I did some work on my the thing I want to send to you. And I am, to give you an idea of how I have hopes for it, I've had a name for a character for, probably about 25 years. It came up when I was driving through Peoria, Illinois, on the southwest side, and there was a new housing development going up, and a rather swank one at that. And there was a name that popped up, and we're going to use that for my character. So I think you'll dig it. And Rebecca Minton Westerman. Rebecca, I'm sorry I missed that Zoom call the other day. I just did not see that until the room was closed. But anyway, thank you for including me. Today on my author page, RG Westerman joined me for Weekly Gripe with RG. OMG, I have got to see that. I am writing that down. That sounds like fun. That sounds like total fun. Weekly Right. With Archie. Okay, yeah, I got to check that out. That is going to be so much fun. And probably her main gripe this week will be about people that don't read their messages in a timely manner. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but thank you for thinking of me, though. And Joel Thingvall is here. Joel, glad to see you as always. I hope your morning's going well. John B. Pica, excellent to see you as always. And Travis Gibb. Travis, a pleasure to have you among us. I hope your morning's going well, brother. And Bill Sarton and Brian Rhodes, gentlemen, glad you're here too. Welcome to Fri-YAY on Nevermind the Furthermore. Donna Wisman says, Donna is socially distancing today. She must be in the Rising Tide room and not in here. Well, I can't go hunt her down, but maybe I need to, I might. Here's the setup, folks. I'm going to tilt this down. That's annoying. Anyway, we can't have that. That's better. It's called a head and shoulders shot for a reason, people. Learn it, live it, love it. Anyway, what I do, because of my unease with the new StreamYard system, I'm getting more comfortable with it. It doesn't mean I'm screwing up any less, but it just means I'm getting comfortable with my screw-ups. We can see your comments on the right-hand side of my screen there, right there. But it doesn't tell me who comes in. Of course, Facebook doesn't tell me probably 80% of the people who don't come into my room until they say something, which is why I urge you all to say hello, because I'd love to greet you, all right? Well, anyway, I have an iPad down here piled on a small pile of my publications, which I'm hoping to grow one of these days soon, thanks to the extra time I'm going to have. But anyway, I'm watching it to see who comes in that I might need to say hello to, like Phil Mackey. Dude, good to see you, man. You're up early. I hope you're doing well this morning. Phil's an incredible animator and illustrator and a really good guy. Jessica Johnson, as always, glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Russell Allen and Harley Slavic, a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Now to try to power through your comments before I go in get behind any further. On a dare, Sam explores an old house that supposedly was the scene of the grisly murder of a family. He found a little blue marble for proof he was there. After getting home and shining the marble under his light, faces could be seen. Faces in horrible pain. But that's just the imagination, right? Well, you'll find out in Rick Bradley's first published work, The Marble, in the horror anthology, The Nightmare Collective, and you can pick that up on Amazon in both paperback and digital form. That's Rick Bradley's story in The Nightmare Oasis, featuring 7 other wonderful short reads in there by some very, very important authors and me. Anyway, thank you for that, Rick. And Carl Witzman, I invited Sarah, but the summoning has yet to work. Well, I think we have to sacrifice a virgin, and what can I say? We're going to come up empty. We'll never see her again. Ted Davies, I want to thank you, Brian, for such a great time on the interview yesterday. You're more than welcome, brother. I'm so glad I announced my big news on your show first. I'm frankly honored you did. I mean, that is a genuine ta-da moment. And so that alone, and the thing is, here's an indie guy doing something that a lot of us would love to have happen. And he's been working on this for a long, long time, fairly recently published, and he's making headway that the rest of us can only dream about. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. So anyway, please check out Clever Title Pending on the OnCon channel, also the Comic Book Advocates, as well as the Rising Tide Publications page, and my YouTube channel on the Tube of Views, and eventually, and probably by next week, it's going to go up on Spotify and iHeartRadio. So we're expanding, folks. I tell you, we're expanding like we're at the Thanksgiving table. And Rick Bradley says the Fez wearing guy also has a great story in the Nightmare Collective. Young love and summoning go hand in hand. I'm very proud of my story, actually. I don't normally get knocked out by my own writing, but I changed my voice in it a little, so to speak. And I think the results were pretty good. And there's Rob Anderson. Rob, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. The week has sucked. Well, forget I said anything, Rob. Jax got hurt. My computer is dying, and I cannot afford to replace it. And America is hurting, and our press was arrested. I need positivity in the world. Well, dude, you came to the right damn place. I'm telling you, there's always a silver lining. One, consider going on GoFundMe or Indiegogo. You have got a platform, brother. If you could get the people, if you could just get everyone who watches, who is your friend on Facebook, who follows the Indie Devil, who believes in the Comic Book Advocate Network, dude. I'll chip in a couple dollars to buy you a computer, all right? Anyway, please start shopping around. Start making it happen, Rob. Don't give in to imposter syndrome, man. You earned it. You've got a lot of love out there, and I'm going tough love on your ass right now, Rob. You need this platform, and the people who subscribe to it, including me. I'm asking for purely selfish reasons. We all need you to be our voice, brother, and we need you to do it, and we don't need you doing it from a telephone, all right? You get yourself a computer, start pricing them out, and set up that GoFundMe, all right? Right now, I'm serious, man. I am so freaking serious. Who would volunteer even just $2 to Rob? We'll help him out, all right? America is hurting, and the press was arrested. The press hasn't stopped yet. This country was founded on people who didn't fit the status quo. This country was created by people who said, we don't believe in the way things are going, and the more the thumb presses down on us, the harder we push back. And yeah, there's been some horrible news this week. Just the thing that happened in Minneapolis, I'm heartbroken over that. I really am, because I'm a great believer in the thin blue line. And 99.999% of the police out there are upright, are champions of us all. And there's this tiny little minority. Unfortunately, they're the ones who get the press. They're the ones who get noticed. We don't see the policemen who break up a bar scuffle and then make these guys shake hands and leave as friends. You don't see the policewoman who goes into a house, and even while an abusive husband is threatening her she manages to get the wife and the kids to a safe haven. You don't see them bringing criminals to justice, but you do see the ones that put their knee on somebody's neck and choke them out. You don't see the good stuff, but it's there, Rob. It's everywhere, but we just got to look a little harder to see it through all the noise, because so many people are into schadenfreude. So many people want to be outraged. And, the thing is, though, there's stuff to look at that's great. Eric Hawkins made a $1,500 Kickstarter this week and raised just $5 short of $4,500. You have succeeded in Cat Dad and Supermom, and you're still got an Indiegogo campaign going. And Eric Hawkins has moved to Indiegogo, and I know he's got at least 2 pledges already. There are people, and Luke Stone, OMG, what he did with Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. And not only is he doing that, he's exploding, because he's got a role-playing game system coming out, and eventually he's going to have novelizations of that comic book out. There's stuff happening. You got Cat Dad and Supermom paid for, and you got some great covers to go with it. So, Rob, don't give up, man. Just get angry. Get angry. And remember, fueled by spite, all right? There are people who might want you to shut up. I want you to get in their face, man. I really do. Rob Anderson, please share your creations this weekend and talk about what you create, and let us together balance the negative in this world together. Let's rise together. That's the Rob Anderson I want to see. That's the guy who you're not going to take it sitting down, man. And you're allowed to take a pause and hurt, okay? But just know this, Jax is going to be okay. And you're going to be okay. And you know what? The Nevermore is, we're just going to circle the wagons, and we are going to be okay. I'll promise you that. All right. Charles F. Millhouse says, I'm really excited to read the Captain Hawkland story of yours. It's an awesome feeling to have someone else play with your toys. Drink. Just as long as you wash them off first, And that was for my saving. But yeah, and I'm going through yours, and I'm like, OMG. I'm just going to give you Doc Saga, man. You've got him nailed. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and read the whole thing. I keep getting interrupted. But that's on my list for today. That is on my list to finish that story. I am so excited. Man, I know how you feel. It is really quite a feeling. I understand wanting, being proprietary and wanting to shepherd your creation and make sure that no one harms your brain baby. But when you get somebody with an incredible talent like Charles F. Millhouse saying, "I'd like to write a story based on character you created," and I'm like, "OMG, this is breathtaking." I'm seriously, man. It's a mutual love here. I'm telling you, we done good. And Rob Anderson has a link. Oh, it's me now. See, how can anything be bad when I get here and Rob's already pitching for me? You can be the indie advocating devil all you want, but your heart is with the angels, man. You're doing the Lord's work. Don't tell anyone. No, go to MrAnderSin.com. Also, CreatorsWrithenSins.com for all kinds of information on all indie comics. And check out the Comic Book Advocates Network on Facebook. That channel can use some love like you're giving to me. I went up a number of subscribers this week, and I thank everyone. The work is not done yet. We're about 41 away from my getting a unique URL that I will pick for the channel, and we're still sprucing it up. But we hope you will become a part of it because, like I said, we are going to do some original content down the road, and very soon. Now that we'll soon have some time. And anyway, Rob, thank you so much, and thank you for mentioning my smash words there. You're the best, man. You seriously are. And I just shot past a whole bleeping bunch of comments because I'm told it happens, and I shouldn't be surprised. It probably means I need to talk faster if I can. So anyway, thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. And again, check out Rob Anderson and the OnCon Network at 4 p.m. Eastern every day. Where there is going to be some sort of great content, and the schedule is settling down. I was kind of like a bookmark, a placeholder for the Thursday show. But anyway, Rob, if you need me on the show and I've got the time, I will show up. This doesn't mean I'm done with OnCon. It just means I can be deployed more skillfully. So anyway, speaking of OnCon, don't forget today at 4 p.m., Meredith Logren will have the third installment of The Comics Noob. Meredith is the Comics Noob, and she is working to create a comic book of her very own. And she's given herself 1 year to do it. That's 53 weeks from now. Let's hold her feet to the fire. She'll scream a little, but it'll almost be musical. She's got a nice voice. But anyway, please check out the Comics Noob today at 4 p.m. She's got a great group of people, and the topic today is how to choose an artist, which I think a lot of people, book people, those who have a hand in finding the artist for their book might pick up some tips from this. So seriously, check it out. And Charles F. Millhouse goes, "Hey, I have a YouTube channel too." Well, by jingle, if I'm not subscribed, I'm going to be before the end of the day. I'm telling you. Yeah, check out Charles F. Millhouse's channel. He's got some great content on his Facebook page, Charles F. Millhouse Presents. And I don't doubt that YouTube channel is even more glorious. And Rick Bradley says, "My Doc Saga story is coming along nicely. I can't wait to get it to you." I can't wait to read it, Rick. I am so looking forward to it. I'm excited. I share the same joy as Charles F. Millhouse, and Doc Saga, I can't wait to read it. Yeah, me too. I'm already getting people asking about, when's this coming out? This sounds interesting. When's it coming out? And I figured out the name. I've been struggling with the word immortal. It should be ageless. I finally ran across that word last night reading something else. I'm like, holy cats, that's it. That's the word I've been looking for. And Luke Stone says, 6 backers away on the Indiegogo from unlocking the Voodoo Nation's early access preview. Holy cats, we have got to get in on that. I need to get in on that. I know I got something already. I want more. I'm greedy. I want more. How do you like it? And Luke, he cries out. And John B. Pica, good morning to you, Citizen Pica. Imposter Syndrome. I'm a world champion magician, published artist, and best-selling magic book author, and I'm filled with paralyzing doubt. I hear you, man. I seriously hear you. And that was the whole thing about Tuesday's show. And again, John, we are going to explore. We're going to get some different viewpoints, and we're going to have our original panel back. Because I think they've got a lot more to say about the topic, and I know that all of your questions out there were really helpful the other day. In fact, I was getting something from someone this morning, and I don't feel right saying who, because not everyone can own up to this, and I think it's very brave when someone does. But yeah, John, I get the same way, and it's I don't know that I'm paralyzed. I have now gotten to the point where I can work through it. It takes a little bit of effort to get off the chocks once the starting pistol sounds, but I feel you, man. But at one time it did paralyze me when I had really no credits, and I'm thinking, who am I to even think about submitting to this high-selling magazine or trying to get them to purchase my comic script, et cetera, et cetera. And it happened later in life for me, but at least it happened. You just have to work hard and just don't give up. Those are the three magic words. Don't give up. It's like one of the greatest speeches Winston Churchill ever gave was to, I think it was a commencement exercise at one of the British universities, and his whole speech consisted of never, 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 ever give up. And he closed his notes and walked off the stage. And if that doesn't have power, I don't know what is. But John, you just have to remind yourself of everything you've accomplished, man. And I know it's not easy, but sometimes I'm like, man, who am I kidding about this? And then I have to look at my resume, and I'm like, I didn't lie about anything on there. It's not bad. So anyway, just, John, you got a safe haven here. We're here if you ever want to talk about it. And Luke Stone says, I'm excited about that, Brian. I'm excited too, Luke. I think we're all on the cusp of something incredible. I'm getting that, like we had that talk after the show Tuesday night, and I'm starting to feel that the stars are aligning, not just for me, and thank you to everyone who's helping that happen, had that to happen. But Luke, I know it's going to come to you, to Charles, to John, to all the people on here. I think if we all work and rise together, we've got this. We have, and even now, some of us are turning like the current bad situations into something positive. I've been working on my online presence, and my online sales are starting to improve. So I guess whatever I'm doing it right. And so is Travis Gibb, because he's got his newest Kickstarter right there, Parallels 1 and 2, Anthology Stories written by Travis Gibb. And again, Travis, give us a fresh recap of what that book is and why everyone should own several copies of it. And Jessica Johnson says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Jess. I hope you're having a great morning. And there is the Heroes for Kids out of Perrysville, Missouri, a fantastic cosplay group that are into selling pop culture collectibles and making people show up at your comic or public, big event publicly, because what they do is they work not for their egos, but for the benefit of the kids in the community. The money they raise goes towards various children's charities, and that will include the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con on July 18th from 10 to 4. And it looks like there's a couple of great charities that will be benefiting from it, because part of the proceeds, including the table, what's left over from the table fees, will be going towards donations towards the St. Jude Children's Network Hospitals and the Missouri National Veterans Memorial. All right. And Travis Gibb is on it, man. I didn't even scroll high enough, and he's already come up with my request. However, I would love to hear your feedback for issue 3 of Broke Down. Super proud of it, but want to hear your feedback. Actually, the book just keeps getting better and better. I'm not saying it just because you're here. I'm still digging the art. I like how your dialogue is so condensed. It is great dialogue. It moves the story along. It is not cliche. I read and I've got an indie comic I read recently that the art is beautiful. The art is gorgeous in it. The story is fair. It's pretty. It's meant to be just like get the girl from one danger to another, and should have seen the ending coming, but didn't. But it was all right. But the dialogue was god awful. There was not a single line in there that had even a whiff of originality. Your dialogue reads like real people say it. All right, and then some, which is what good creative dialogue should do. It should, sound like a human said it, but it also needs to have that deeper meaning to it and that thing that pushes the story forward. So Travis, I think you did a great job, and I'm looking forward to anything you do. And if I don't pledge that thing, please send me a link before the thing ends so I can get in on the love on there. Okay. Anyway, Heroes for Kids Comic Con, that's July 18th, and Jessica Johnson still has a few tables left. So if you want to go to Perryville and celebrate opening up the state with us, please come down. And here we go. And Phil Mackey is here on your birthday. Holy cow! Happy birthday, Phil Mackey. I would sing happy birthday to you, but one, it's copyrighted, and I don't want to pay the royalties, and two, you won't be my friend if you hear me sing. Anyway, Phil Mackey is here on his birthday to request that people take the time to visit Facebook.com/Retail Sunshine. I love that name. To view my progress photos for my new animated cartoon, share the post with friends to Phil Mackey. May I make one suggestion to you? And I hope you're still here. I know I'm running a little behind as usual. Please put up a notice of it on my profile page and on the Rising Tide Publications page, please. All right. I think our people need to hear about your project. All right. Please do it for me. Do it for me. All right. And Russell Allen, woo, in full Ric Flair fashion, or maybe more like, woo. All right. It's Friday and I'm ready to furthermore into the weekend. Good morning, everyone. Russell, that's the attitude to take, brother. I love seeing that. We got to rock and roll all day and party all night long. And if anyone doesn't like it, they can kiss my. All right. And Paul Ruff says, don't forget about today at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will have author Chrissy Corbell on live, and he's going to give her some questions, and you are going to give them some questions too. So please show up at Paul's show. That looks like fun. I'm going to have to catch that on the rerun, but it looks like a great deal of fun. And Phil Mackey, have a wonderful day, Brian. Thanks for doing all you do. Phil, thank you for doing all you do, and I hope this message gets to you, that you can promote on Rising Tide anytime you want, all right? And speaking of doing what you do, Phil, just 2 nights ago, wrapped up about 2 consecutive months or more of broadcasting every night. What we've been doing up to last week, what we've been doing on Nevermind the Furthermore, he's been doing too. Him, me, Rob Anderson, we've been taken to the airwaves every day. Oh, and I hope Meredith shows up, because I was listening to it's on my profile page. But Meredith has a blog. Let me see if I can find that without destroying the show. It's been known to happen. Let me see if it's at wildoneforever.com, and you go under podcasts and look for Meredith Logren. She has something called the Morning Nosh, and I got to listen to this morning's. But she did a follow-up to the Imposter Syndrome show she was on Tuesday night, and it's a knockout. It's a great podcast. I think I'm going to have to start listening to it because I need more distractions, but she's a wonderful one to have. And she's responsible for the good look of this show too. So kudos to Meredith Logren. Check out her work. She's amazing. You're going to be hearing a lot from her. And Donna Carlene says, damn, Carl Wisman figured out where I am. You can run, but you can't hide. When he gets his sniffer out, he's on the job. And hello, author Michaela Jade. Mwah! Here she is, ready for her plugging. I hope you are having a great morning, Michaela. I love you. And Michaela, I just wanted to let you know I'm still on with you sharing the table in 2021, if you still are, all right? And Eric Hawkins says, good morning. Good morning to you, Eric. Again, let's congratulate Eric for a fantastic campaign on Kickstarter for the Zombieful World of Oz #2, No Rest for the Wicked, where he raised $4,495 on there. Unlocked all but one of his stretch goals, And he is currently running a follow-up campaign on Indiegogo, where if you missed out on the Kickstarter thing, go to Indiegogo. He's got some different thank you gifts that you will want to own. In fact, I know that he's got at least 2 pledges because I know who number 2 was. He told me not to do it, so I said, screw you, I'm doing it. Anyway, I'm so contrary. Anyway, author Michaela Jade is working today. Oh, hon, I didn't get the note to you in time. I'm sorry, sweetie. Anyway, Michaela has a wonderful book out on Amazon right now, Warrior's Secret. Please check it out. It looks so good. I've read a little bit of it. And speaking of looking good, there's David Atkins. Glad to see you here. And okay, my test page was posted yesterday, Brian. If you thought it was good, I hope you still think so. Once you see the page before I ink it. Still working on that again today, and then I get to do more. Hope you can critique it. I will check that out. I've got an errand to run. I've got to go out of town around noonish, but by myself. And the thing is, I will check that later tonight, David. And David, I think we're on for that thing we discussed last night. I will get the date to you and see if that's agreeable to you. All right, we've got an idea coming up for a clever title pending. I think it's going to be pretty good. Travis Gibbs says, I hope that it's a short book for Rick Bradley, and the ending is, yep, all in his mind. Oh, there's a lot of us that we need the short books for our ride on the short bus. But anyway, TGIF home forever and fellow camper Steve Ellis, it is good to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a great Friday. Looking forward to your weekend. And the Zombie World of Oz #2 is available on Indiegogo, says Eric Hawkins, and it's his book, so he should know. Be a zombie in the book. Get the IGG exclusive cover. Join Dorothy on her further adventures as a grown woman in the land of Oz. Oh, most excellent. That sounds very, very cool. Ted Davies says, okay, let's get a fun going for Rob Anderson. Let's get his PayPal on here. Yeah, Rob, don't you have a PayPal Me account as of recently? I thought. Let's get that going here. Definitely get that going. And Steve Ellis says, I was super saddened when I heard about the CNN crew being arrested. Not a good sign. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. I also heard a couple days ago that who was it? A WGN reporter was assaulted by somebody on live TV. And basically the person, this guy, 20-year-old guy, came up and basically pawed her on the air and was screaming obscenities and all kinds of nasty. I didn't see the video. I just read about it online. They've caught the guy, and it sounds like the station's going to try to have the book thrown at him, which I hope happens. But yeah, we are in a precarious time right now. But I know one thing. I'm a big fan of the writer and inspirational speaker Les Brown. He's got an amazing story. You've got to look him up on Wikipedia. His story is inspiring. It really is. I mean, he started out from less than nothing, and now he's a multimillionaire. Through hard work and dedication and faith. Well, he has a slogan. He says, trouble does not come to stay. It has come to pass. And there's been a number of times in my life, since knowing about Les Brown, I learned about him through my days in Amway. And I got to see him once too. And OMG, talk about, you cannot leave the auditorium with any negative thoughts after you see him. He is an amazing author, amazing humorist and speaker. But he, that little saying can get me through a lot of bad times, Steve. We have got to stay strong and apply the rising tide, and we will rise. We will come out of this okay. I'm telling you right now, we're already seeing it, okay? Matt Short says, happy Friday. Can I talk you into reading the promotional text for my horror comic in that stellar voice of yours? What stellar voice? Okay, I've got imposter syndrome, but I'm convinced my voice is terrible. Matt, you don't have to ask. I've been telling you all week. Just post it. All right? That's the format. All right? Give me some shoulders to shake on you, boy. All right? Don't, and I know it's, you've got a great product, dude. I got to tell you, you've got a great comic coming out. So you've had opportunities. I'm going to ball you out in public, and hopefully you'll take this the right way. You've had opportunities all week to pre-promote your Kickstarter, and you didn't take advantage of it. I want you to take advantage of it, Matt. I told you to. Get over this hesitancy. The door was open and is open. And anyone on here, when I tell you exploit me, all right? Please. That's why we're doing this show, Matt. We rise above. But, Matt, the only thing I ask is that if I do it, you have to help someone else. You have to promote someone else when their time comes, all right? That's the price. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse, high-flying action, two-fisted heroes, insidious villains in the tradition of Doc Savage and Commander Cody, the Captain Hawkland new pulp adventure series. The 8th book, The Ghost Army, is coming in August 2020. How was that? If you can use that audio, brother, it is yours to use, all right? And David Atkins says, I did the worst thing ever. You accepted my friend request, and it's been all downhill from there. Anyway, I got a link to look at on Twitter by a friend, and the mass amount of hate and demonization had me deleting hundreds until I quickly just gave up and left. The idea that people get their news on social media scares me. Yeah, it's like, what was it about? It was back when Jon Stewart was still the anchor on The Daily Show. And I read some sort of poll, I think it was like the AP or somebody like that, which is reliable, had a poll asking many people where they got their news, and a full 25% of them got it from The Daily Show. I mean, that's the thing. It's okay to get your information, or not the information, that's the wrong word. Let me walk that back. It's okay to learn about news on CNN. It's okay to learn about news on CBS or the McNeil Lehrer Hour or the Daily Show or Last Week Tonight. It's okay, but then do a deeper dive. Don't just take one source. The publisher of the Washington Post, if you ever saw the movie All the President's Men with Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman, or read the book is amazing. The publisher of the Washington Post demanded his reporters always get 2 reliable sources, or else he would not authorize it being published. And I think it's good advice for all of us. And don't just listen in an echo chamber. You know, if you are conservative, start watching CNBC. If you are liberal as the day is long, if you make Bernie Sanders look like Genghis Khan, then you need to watch Fox News, if only to listen to the other side. And and I know that some of the broadcast news services, like the last 2 I just named, are almost becoming caricatures of reliable news sources because they're into so much of their dogma. But listen to somebody like Philip DeFranco. I really love Philip DeFranco because he is centrist and he thinks both sides are foolish. Okay, so I listen to him, but then he gives sources for his news. There's the sign of a reliable news organization when they give reliable news sources, and go back and look at those. In fact, there's a thing, if you use what am I using here? Chrome. I'm using Chrome to access the interwebs, and there's actually a way you can go on anonymously so that your search arguments don't apply. That's a good way to discover the news too. Anyway, David, good post there. Good post, brother. Luke Stone says, Rob Anderson, I might have an older iMac that would serve you. Told you got a community, Rob. I told you, brother. Thank you, Luke. You're the best. Harley Slavic, greetings and hope all is well. Check out the Harley Slavic store here on the Book of Faces. And Rick Bradley, I don't know Rob personally, but everything I've seen him do for us blows my mind. You're awesome, and thank you for being you. I agree with that, man, so much. Rob Anderson, feels wrong to have people pay me to get a computer this morning, but this morning CNN reporter was arrested reporting a story. It's a horrible day. Rob, it's a thing to regret. It seriously is. But, all things have consequences. And what the energy you send out, now I'm going to get metaphysical for a moment here, but it's stuff I believe in. You send out energy, it comes back to you. Rob, you I just posted in the last couple, read in the last couple of minutes where somebody just said how awesome you are, and I agree with you completely. You're wrong about our covers on comic books being counted as part of the page count. You're totally full of crap about that. Okay, but anyway, and Rob's like, "Oh God, the day's getting worse." But no, seriously, this is a dark day. But the energy that you send out comes back, and you, my friend, have sent out so much positive energy. I'm challenging everyone here. I'm challenging the Nevermorians to prove it to Rob. Change his mind, all right? And it does feel wrong. That's imposter syndrome, Rob. You have just gotten an all ages comic book finance. Nobody reads all ages comics. Don't you know that? They're all supposed to be grim and gritty and show naked women in odd sexually arousing positions, and they're supposed to have buckets of blood. Who would ever do a comic book against bullying and have it succeed on Face or on the Kickstarter, man? You sent the energy out. Now shut up and accept it. And Rick Bradley says, yeah, America is in chaos and not the fun kind. Yeah, I agree. Ted Davies says the world is a mess, but you're worthy, bro. Let's get you set up on the computer replacement. Yeah, dig it, man. Dig it, Rob. All right. And good morning, everyone, says Bill Sarton. Good morning to you, Bill. I have a very important announcement to make that'll affect everyone. As of this July, Necco Wafers candy is coming back to a store shelf near you. See, Rob Anderson, it's already getting better. Who doesn't like Necco wafers? Oh, my God, I grew up on those things. And virtually every time I see them, Bill, I mean, of all places, I've seen them at truck stops at some of the pilot stores. My local Joann's Fabrics carries them occasionally, and I do when I sometimes see them at Cracker Barrel. And you know what I do whenever I see them? I snap one up and I start eating those things like they were candy, which coincidentally they are. And it just takes me right back to my kidhood. It's good stuff. I love it. Eric Hawkins says Indiegogo suck. And after saying that, I have started drawing the backers who pledged to be zombies. Looking good. Just need one more picture from them, and I can finish that page out. Well, see, that's what you get. Now, unfortunately, Eric is not a good example of sending out the energy. So, ignore Eric. But anyway, no, we don't. We love Eric. And Hardly Slavic Travis Gibb, let me know if you still need the broke down copies. I will send them to you, and you only need to pay for shipping, even though you offered to buy them back. Okay, that's cool. And moving back. Let's get to your comments. I wish there was a faster way to do this. Yeah, read them faster, Brian. Okay, fine. Anyway, John B. Piker, about his imposter syndrome, I've had enormous success, but it is all my success. I created my own work and opportunities. Nobody hired me. High fives, brother. Seriously. And that's part of my problem. I wonder if I really am talented or am I just delusional? You're delusional if you think you don't have your kudos coming to you. That's what it is. Dude, you outlined why you are worthy, man. You're like me. When I lost my job in 2012, I didn't wait for another job. I created my job. And I'm still recreating my job every morning. All right? My job changes every day, and it's exciting. It's all I can do to hold on. And man, just celebrate your victories, man. Take those victory laps because, John, you've earned them. Okay. Seriously, I hate to sound like you guys are making me sound like Pollyanna this morning. Cut it the hell out. Anyway, David Atkins says, Rob Anderson, sometimes social media is not the safest place to entertain yourself. What he said. Finding anything on YouTube is also quite hard. I think back to my grandma and what she said about the Great Depression and how she wasn't affected when many say everyone was. Ignorance is bliss at some point. Stay strong, Rob. Amen to that. Good words. And Matt Shore, thanks, Rob, for featuring my Kickstarter on your channel this week. Very, very cool. And support Travis Gibb, says Harley Slavic. He is a great man and creator. I will agree to that. I'll second that. And if you cannot support him financially, then promote his work. One way of doing that is sharing his latest Kickstarter, and there is that address. Yes, please. We've said it before on this show, and we'll say it again until everyone listens. If you can't find it in your heart for whatever reason, because we all have reasons to fully support any aspect of or most aspects of this or any other Kickstarter or Indiegogo project, you could just give $1 or $2. Sometimes you'll get something for it. But the main consideration, what you're doing is you're sending a signal to the creator. You're going, attaboy. Atta girl, you're doing it right. I'm proud of you for doing this, for doing something a lot of people don't have the courage or the knowledge to do. And even just as important, or maybe more so even, is like Harley says, share the message. Because you might have a friend who's going, wow, broke down in 4 dead bodies. This sounds good. I want to get it. It will take me out of this world for a few minutes. And sometimes that's all we need. We just need a breather to get our perspective back. Charles F. Milhouse, I understand that, John. Am I really talented? I've done it all myself, but when someone like Brian sings my praises, it brings a tear to my eye. I'm a proud Nevermorean. I'm proud of my Nevermoreans, and I'm proud to be one of you. I'm serious. I get the same effect when Charles does. And I'll tell you, I've said before, on my book, the original Skyman, Battles the Master Steam, a book I'm very, very proud of. It is, I think it may be one of my favorite dramatic work of all of them, even Volcana, just edges out Volcana. But I am very proud of that book, and I sent a copy of PDF to Roy Thomas, who I'd worked for about 15 years on Alter Ego and other projects. And it came back. It was very short. In fact, the bio he sent me was about twice as long, which I thought was hilarious. But Roy had a very good forward, and at least for me. And the last line, I read it, and he said, if pulps ever make a comeback, Morris's Skyman could become the new Doc Savage. And all that Roy has done in this comics industry, all that he has done, all that he continues to do, he's been, he's up there. He's older than I am, obviously. I mean, I was a fan of his when I was in single digits, okay? I was reading his stuff and digging it. Well, when he says something about that, like that to me, I sat here and cried. I really did. I mean, I was, he did not have to say that. And I get the same effect from Charles when he says, things like me. I sit here and bawl like an infant. But yeah, see, we all have that. Imposter syndrome is freaking real. And if you watch Tuesday nights, Nevermind Furthermore, but Clever Title Pending. I'm not trying to promote that show overly. I'm just telling you that there's some great insights, and you may find yourself seeing yourself in that episode. I know that there was a lot of time. I try not to say too much during my own shows, except for this one, of course, because otherwise it'd just be you'd hear the fan in the background. That's it. But that show spoke to me. It really did. I wanted that desperately for that show to happen. And thanks again to Meredith, Luke, and Carl for making that real. And like I said, we're going to have that. We're going to revisit that topic again. I think I'd like to redo it once a month, and we'll get different people on, and we'll share our experiences. And we just need to know we're not alone in this. So, and I agree, earns you attaboys. And Charles, he's been doing self-publishing before print on demand. Holy cats, I can't even imagine anyone doing it back then. Getting it printed himself and marketing himself. I'm just like, wow. That's the sort of thing that breaks a lot of writers. It really does. But Charles is still doing it, and he's better than ever. And Harley Sybeck says, Travis lost copies of his comic and needs to print more. Please support him if you can. Well, Travis, I love you, brother, but I got my copies and you ain't getting them back. Screw you. No, but anyway, please support Travis Gibb. He is a great creator, and he could use your love right now. John B. Pica, for example, the League of Impossibles webcomic that I am the inker and scripter dropped Wednesday, and I can't get anyone to even visit the site, much less be a patron and support it. Well, may I suggest, with all due respect, it's just like comic books and drugs. Make the first one free if you haven't already. And if you have made it free so that other people can see it, John, would you please post that on Rising Tide Publications page and my profile page, John B. Pica, if you're listening? I hope you are, because I just opened the door for you. And John B. Pica, maybe I need to use the first few pages and create a Kickstarter for it, but I can't do that on my own. I need help. John, let's open the dialogue. Write me, and I'm going to be gone for a few hours today, but maybe I can, give me some questions. I'll try to answer them, okay? Because I've done one Kickstarter on my own. It was pretty successful. We made about 117% of our goal, and I have helped out on several others. Eric Hawkins may recommend me as a good assistant. So anyway, and I'm a good sounding board, and I'm even a good supporter too. So anyway, John, let's talk seriously. You and me. Let's talk after this is over. You offer a service to us all. Consider it back pay. Amen, Luke. That's right. You are so right, man. Ankon didn't just spring forward as if sprung from the brow of Zeus, dude. Rob Anderson, you built it. All right. Harley Slavic says there's a Kickstarter for Matt Shore, Moby Dick, Back from the Deep. All right, there we go. Matt, I want you to say something about it. All right. And there we go. And more stuff there on Facebook and more stuff on Facebook. I don't know what it is, but if Harley Slavic says you need to see it, it's good. And there goes Pixel Master Games. I know what that is. That is awesome. That is good stuff. That's one of Harley's pages. Please support it. And if you need Rob's PayPal, let me know. Ha ha ha. We don't need you, Anderson. We got to work around you. Ha ha ha. So there. Anyway, Harley Slavic. There is the Harley Slavic store on Facebook. Please check it out. Brian Wensloff says our giveaway will be for a digital high HD copy of the new animated film Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. I've been seeing some reviews. They say it is really good. It says it may revitalize the franchise. It's easy to enter. Just tell us your favorite finisher / fatality from the original Mortal Kombat game using a GIF if available. And we'll announce the winner live on June 13th when we're joined by Mortal Kombat co-creator, mocap actor of Johnny Cage and Ninja's Daniel Personal. Oh, yeah, that ought to be good. I've seen him on interviews. He's a fun guy. And next, David Whalum. Good to see you, David Whalum. Glad to have you here, man. Enjoying the show, Brian. Loving the positivity. Keep thoughts, positive vibes going. That's what this show is about, man. The only negative person I want on here is me. I hope I'm the crankiest person y'all see all day. All right? So there. Anyway, David, it is great to have you here. David, you have an awesome comic book. And I'm not just saying that because you're here, of course, because I've already got the job. I can be honest. Okay. So anyway, David, I want you to put in a link to your comic, please. All right. Because you're here and you deserve to promote yourself. All right. And John B. Pica says having a conversation with an office tenant next door who has been working from home and loving it. Oh, somebody's going down. I saw an unfamiliar vehicle. I got distracted. I apologize, John. Anyway, having a conversation with an office tenant next door who has been working from home and loving it. I can't work from home. Too many comforts, distractions to be productive. I have to be a little bit uncomfortable. Anyone else? Yeah, that's the problem. I don't get as much, if I was smart, I'd move my crap to the library or something and get my work done there because I've got comic books. I've got other things I need to be doing around the house. I probably should hide from Cookie for at least 4 hours a day because she's always got something for me to do. Can I get an amen, husbands? Anyway, I'm not saying she's wrong, but yeah, I found that when I would go to like a library or a coffee shop, I got a lot done. I got a lot of writing done. But the thing is here, I've got so many distractions and I've got business correspondence and people wanting a piece of my time. I am going through a course of cooking now. You've heard me mention Darren Hardy, who has a daily inspiration show, and he's the publisher of Success Magazine, and he's got a course called Insane Productivity that Cookie and I are going through right now. And so I started this morning, and I worked for 20 minutes. I got how many words written in my Captain Hawkins story? Holy cats, this is working. And he talks about eliminating distractions from your life and eliminating people who distract unnecessarily. And like I noticed this when I first started, doing this thing, whatever it is, that a lot of people just want to talk, and I get that, but the ones who need like positive affirmation, that's one thing. But people who want to ask me a question, but they're really doing it to keep from being bored. I hope I'm making myself clear. They're basically not wanting information so much as entertainment, or some sort of validation. Validation I can do, but it'll wait. As far as, and if you're looking at me to be your entertainment monkey, I think it's rather rude. But especially during normal business hours. And during my off hours, I'll pick and choose. But anyway, I understand. And, sometimes for your really creative stuff, you may have to go someplace with a strong Wi-Fi signal get a cup of whatever, and sit there and do your thing. So you just got to find your own groove. You got to find the way that gets the product out is the thing. Charles F. Millhouse says, I'm happy to say that I've had book sales on Amazon every day in May. Congratulations. Online social media presence works. Yes, it does. My sales, and I don't sell every day, but my sales have gone up well. And I've been in this game for a short enough time that I can remember not just months, but months were between sales. That's why the shows were so successful, my personal appearances. But I do want to grow my online stuff, and it's starting to work. And the thing is, now's the best time to do it. League of Impossibilists webcomic at patreon.com/impossibilists. Check it out. And Matt Shore says, if I may add to the self-promoting, there is Moby Dick back from the deep. Matt, lesson. Now, I'm not just schooling you. I'm schooling anyone that might be listening. Now, this is an info dump, and that's fine. It really does look like a good comic book. Do check it out, but wait till I rake Matt over the coals a little. But anyway, here's Dr. Tough Love is in the house, and he is telling you, why should we back this, without going to Kickstarter, without looking at that very good video. Tell me why we should be excited to look at the Kickstarter. See, that's what promotion's about. It's not just saying, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. That's nice. So do about 400,000 other people. Well, I've got a new comic book, and that's nice. So do about 400,000 other people. Or, hey, I've got this comic that's it's coming out. I really need your help in financing it. But man, you're going to get a great story. And not only that, I've got all these really cool stretch goals that I really would love to get to you. I'm really excited about this comic. Please, could you look at it and back me? Thank you for looking. That's a promotion, man. Mac, the thing is not just putting it in is enough. Not, you've got to show why. If you can answer the why the person has to have, you got it, man. I'm serious, man. I'm telling you this because you got a good product there. And I want to see you do a better job of promoting, all right? And be more confident, all right? Because you've got a good product. Otherwise, why are you putting it out? Harley Slavic, Travis Gibb, I will just send the books and it will not cost you a dime. Well, you're the best, Harley. And if you think Harley's awesome, then contact him for all your collecting needs. Here on Facebook at the Harley Slavic store. All right. And Paul S. Ruff says, Rick Bradley and Brian K. Morris, just letting you know, gentlemen, I just ordered the Nightmare Collective. I should have it on June 1st. Well, that's excellent, Paul. Honestly, you will enjoy it. I think you're going to dig it, and I hope you like our stories. I know you like Rick's. It's awesome. Mine's pretty good. And Harley Slavic says, would love to review issue 2 and 3 for you, Travis. There we go. Eric Hawkins says, you won't see my ending coming, Brian. It's going to smack you in the face like a brick. This is just wish fulfillment, Eric. You just want to see me get hit in the face with a brick. You ain't fooling me. And I'll message you later with the flyer. Yes, please, Jessica. I need to get a really good copy of that so I can share it more on my pages. In fact, if you get it to me in the next couple of days, maybe I can fit it into my newsletter. How's that? And Luke Stone, be sure to go by starcrosscomics.com and pick up Hybrids 1 through 5 while supplies last. That's right. That really terrific series, Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, is the first 5 issues are out. And right now, Starcross Comics has them in stock, but supplies will not last long. So please check them out. Here we go. Bill Sarton, the intentional rioting, looting, and burning of businesses in Minneapolis is sickening. Anyone who can consciously condone what these thugs are doing might as well have their knee on the neck of the victim next to the bad cop's knee. I am all for peaceful, organized protests to express your fears and frustrations when something as bad as this happens, but there's nothing peaceful going on in Minneapolis, and I'm glad that the National Guard was activated to protect those from this villainous, and we lost the end of that. Let me see if I can find it. Nick Tucker, glad to see you here, man. Hope you're having a great morning. Brandon Wheatley, same to you. Hope your morning's going well. And let's see. This just shot Teresa Dunn. Mwah, glad to see you too. I'm trying to find it. Well, I am way behind. Sorry. Okay, here we go. I want to get the end of this because this is interesting. And the National Guard was activated to protect those from this villainous destruction. I agree. In fact, I saw a video on, I think it was Philip DeFranco last night, that there's actually some basically vigilantes, some guys who are would probably be called all right any other time, coming. I saw a group of them standing outside a few of the stores with their guns out saying, we're here because the police, we can't trust them to do it. And what kind of state is that? And there's been some really good analysis of the situation from Officer 401, excuse me, Officer 401, donut operator, and Mike the cop has an hour and 20 minutes. I've just gone through the first third of it this morning, talking about the situation in Minneapolis. It is nauseating, it is sickening, and we can only hope that justice is done, but we've all got to be calm while we're doing it. Even the family is calling for calm. David Atkins, being asked to starting the Darkness podcast again, I'm considering it. I'm not comfortable about how to address the topic this time, but am very seriously wanting to help. And maybe my greatest way to impact lives and aid many. So if anyone has any advice or words of wisdom, I am open for it. David, it took a long time for this broadcast to find its voice. My suggestion is just do it and talk from your heart. Seriously, people know that, know when you're being honest. And if you are coming at it from the right point of view, law of attraction, dude, you'll get it back. Okay. So do it. Luke Stone, happy birthday, Phil. Yes, Phil, happy birthday to you. And we are looking for a few comic book vendors, says Jessica Johnson, on July 18th for Comics for Kids Comic-Con. I will be there along with Philo Barnhart and Charles D. Moissant and Matthew Ashley, who is a great, not only a great illustrator, but a really terrific actor as well. You'll want to meet him. And Parallels 1 and 2, says Travis Gibbs, is a collection of my greatest anthology pieces. I can't wait for you guys to get it. I want to see it too. Travis, again, if I don't get on that before 3 days before that, please PM me if you would. If you think of it, I would love to back that. I just get I've got the worst case of distraction ever right now. Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian and fellow friends. And there's no question about it. You have friends here, Teresa. Mwah. Good morning to you, hon. Author Michaela Jade. One horrible nut. Well, let me do this right. I know I've got a lawnmower in the background, but still. One horrible night, Cassidy's family is massacred, leaving her orphaned and thrust into her uncle's dark world of secrets. Hawk's life will never be the same after being cursed. Finding Cassidy turns his world upside down. Will he listen to the magic in time to save her? You can find out if you click that Amazon link right now. Check it out. Check out the work of author Michaela Jade, Warrior's Secret. She's got awesome work out there. It is good stuff. And I gotta say, Michaela, that's sweet copy right there. That is sweet, sweet copy. And John Shrim Jr. Hi, Brian. Happy Friday. John, happy one to you, too. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good seeing you. I haven't talked to you in ages. And hello, Brian and fellow friends. Teresa Dunn corrects herself, and that's good because obviously her phone didn't do her any favors. And Luke Stone says only the brown reporters got arrested. They let the white guy go. I need to read up on that then. Harley Slavic, congrats on all you are doing. Plan to write a review on Broke Down Issue 1. I want to carry your other issues and titles as well to see how they do and to support you because you earned it. There we go. All right. And my son likes your sideburns. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa's son. We haven't been formally introduced yet, but your parents are great people. All right. And glad to have you home. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend with those fabulous parents of yours. All right. And Luke, I got my issues in the other day, says Rick Bradley. I'll be posting pictures tonight. They look great, and I'm loving the extra. And Ted's cover is just great. Yes, Ted Davies did that variant cover, and I've ordered that. I'm looking forward to seeing it. David Atkins says there is a reason that the most beautiful times of the day are dusk and dawn. Night never stays, and the nightmares are quickly forgotten once the sun shines on your face when morning comes. Time to rise and shine like the sun. There we go. It's up to us now, isn't it, David? Good thoughts there, my man. Good thoughts. And shot past all your comments again because StreamYard. But anyway, I like StreamYard. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Bill Stern. I definitely appreciate that. And good morning, Brian and fellow friends from Teresa Dunn. And she's watching me on YouTube. Thank you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brian K. Morris. We're probably going to change that to Rising Tide if we can. But anyway, please subscribe. We've got 59 people as of this morning. And I forgot my banner. There we go. All right. Yes. And also, I'm working this weekend. My main goal, aside from Captain Hawkland, is I'm putting together my monthly newsletter. We've got a great guest editorial in there. And we've got all kinds of surprises because I haven't really written more than about a fourth of it yet, so I'll be as surprised as any of you. But we're going to mention all of our remaining personal appearance dates, and I think last month, by the time we released our newsletter, the day it happened, I got notice that a couple of my shows had canceled. Oh dear God. Anyway, just like the Cubs used to say, there's always next year. So anyway, let's catch up on your comments. I am so far behind. I am so sorry. And if only we still had Walter Cronkite for news. Rick Bradley, I miss Walter Cronkite every day. And was it Huntley and Brinkley and Harry Reasoner, all those great journalists of yesteryear. And Meredith Longren, we were just talking about you. Good morning, Nevermore. Yes, I'm chiming in late because I went for a 1.5-mile walk/jog and a very nice long hot shower. Pictures or it didn't happen. All the more energy to fondle Brian's huge package again. Fri-YAY. Oh, man. Man, I need a cigarette now. And Meredith, we were just talking about your blog. I was listening to it last night. Very, very good. Your follow-up on our Tuesday conversation. Please put in links to that blog, would you please, darling? And also, don't forget, Meredith will be on the OnCon Network every week, every Friday now. From now on until the end of time, she can't escape like I did. She will be presenting the Comics Noob. She has given herself a year to produce her first comic book. And today she is going to be talking about how to select an artist. All right, so please tune in for that. She's got a great panel, which doesn't include me. But Meredith, I'm at your beck and command. I know I'm already going to be on the panel next week about critical elements of a comic book. I'm jazzed from that. That you're even asking that question. I mean, there's a lot of technical things about writing that are really useful, and I need to get you a list of books. I think will help you in your quest. But seriously, glad you're here, Meredith. And everyone thank Meredith. She is responsible for the cool new look of this show, even though the operator is still a boob. But we're getting used to it. Anyway, hey there, Meredith, says Carl Witzman. And Rob Anderson says, you are dog with a bone with these covers. Oh, yeah. He said bone. And here's what I'm thinking about Meredith gripping my package. And to her in the shower. And if it wasn't a hot shower before, it is now. Anyway. So, moving on. Rick Bradley. Right now, I know as a parent, it's my responsibility to raise my kids to know right from wrong, to help change this world for the better. I know I fail at times, but when my son shows he has a heart and empathy for his fellow humans, I know I'm doing something right. There's your evidence right there, man. There is your proof. It never really occurred to me, even in my more mature, so to speak, years. I remember when my mother passed away, and of course I'm the guest, next to her, I'm the guest of honor at the funeral. And she had some medical problems and had to go to a rehab facility towards the end of her life. And I was managing her home and everything. And of course, I got to know the staff there, and they came over for the service and they drove an hour in an ice storm to make sure I was okay and to say goodbye to her. And I told, they were crying and everything. I wasn't much better. I was trying to hold it together. And I said, guys, if you need anything, you just let me know. I'll be in later this week to clear things out. But if you guys need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Just contact me if I can do anything for you. And one of them just started bawling, and she screamed, "You are your mother's son," because my mother was a saint. And she threw her arms around me and hugged me hard enough. I'm sure I almost popped. But anyway, proof's in the pudding. And if you're raising your son like that, if he's anything like you, Rick, he's gonna change the world, man. And David Atkins says, John Pica, I feel you. I always feel I am a failure. I know that many say I am a success, but I cannot find a time in history that I made my mark yet. If your mark is based on others, though, you will never reach it. Be your best, and you are then a success. And the thing is, great words, David. I agree with you completely. which David, having heard that twice in an hour, faints. But but no, that's the thing. We just have to remember we've done stuff. John Pica and David Atkins. I'll Dr. Love, Hard Tough Love will get you both today. He'll do it too for now. Look at your resume. Look at your Patreon page, John. Look at your Lulu listing, David. Both of you look at Amazon, wherever you've got your work put up. Look at that and realize that just by putting that up there, do you know how many people would love to be on Amazon, to be able to justify having a Patreon account? Do you know how many people would love to be on Lulu and see their book in print? And a lot of people talk about it. They don't even get to start writing. They don't make themselves start writing. They don't put the pedal to the metal and try to aim for the finish line. They don't even get out of the starting gate. And you know what? You guys did. You went through all that. And anyone who thinks writing a book or doing a podcast or broadcasting for 2.5 months every day is easy, you try doing it. All right. And I know the creative people on here, whatever your discipline, art, writing, video, music, whatever, tell me it's easy. Tell me you just picked up your instrument and you started playing In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, the album version. And, tell me, that you watched an episode of House and decided you were going to be a brain surgeon the next day and went out that afternoon and did it. No, it doesn't happen. It takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes time. It takes support from others. You guys have done something a lot of people just pay lip service to, but you guys went ahead and finished it. That already makes you a winner, all right? Carl Witzman says, the more Illuminati guy let me go after I gave them Brian's info. No problem. Carl, the joke's on you. They already had it, okay? I get a lot of clicks on my cell phone, and it ain't from a bad signal, let me tell you. They're listening to me. And hi, Carl, Teresa, and Ted. Says Meredith Laughlin with love. The folks watching Brian from YouTube, you all should be here liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Yes, please subscribe to my YouTube page. And the address looks suspiciously like this. And we're very proud of it, and it's going to get better and better. Well, how do you put up with me, Meredith? Good Lord. She's like, I taught him nothing, and apparently you have taught me a lot, Meredith. I just haven't internalized it yet, I guess. I need an engineer on here is what it is. See, we got to bring Cookie home so I can put her to work being my director like she isn't already. Anyway, please subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel. If you want to see recent back episodes of Nevermind the Furthermore and Clever Title Pending in glorious high definition, then come see my YouTube channel. Check it out, and please give those videos a like, and please subscribe to the page, because with that kind of encouragement, I can do a lot more on there, and you're going to like what I'm doing. I think you'll like what I'm up to. Meredith Laughlin also says that was to the face place people. That's right, face place. Get off your butts and support me on YouTube. And actually, I mentioned at the top of the show, forgive me, I'm catching up, but I got to delay a little. I'm a little miffed at YouTube this morning. I really am. Last night, Cindy Kep had a launch party for her brand new book, Animal Eye. And it really looks like a great book. Her cover's beautiful. Cover's kick ass. It really is. It's like, man, this looks like it could be on a shelf at a big box bookstore. Seriously, it should be in the aisle at Walmart or Sam's Club or wherever. And I know Cindy's got a crazy mind, and I really look forward to buying that book from her and getting a signed copy because she's awesome. And last night, Facebook throttled her, wouldn't get her message out, and in fact, even halfway through it, wouldn't let the guy who co-owned the event get on and post anymore. Only she could post. And the event was being throttled and just all kinds of things. And she sent me a PM during the thing. And here's the thing, put on a happy face. Sometimes when things are not going to your benefit, just still put on a happy face, because it's okay. This one time to lie to others. You don't want to scare the crew. That's why the dance band on the Titanic started playing. You got to put on a brave face sometimes, and because you never know when you'll need it too someday. But I could tell she was upset. And I don't blame her one bit. And Cindy is such a generous, kind soul. And I was almost livid because she's got this wonderful book. She's got a wonderful personality, a great writing style. And it seems like everything Facebook has done has been to sabotage her. So my goal is to get her and basically create a safe place, and it's going to probably have to be YouTube. So please check out my YouTube channel. That's Camouflage61821. Just do a search for Brian K. Morris, and it will come up. And please subscribe. I need 41 more subscribers, and I will get my own unique URL that I will share with everyone. But right now, please support that channel. Again, we have some various interesting things. I've also got 2 channels of music on there that I like. And I think you'll like it too. I've started to like this one singer named Tessa Violet. She's a former YouTube personality who started getting her music platform going, and she's really good. She's got a fun voice, kind of like Lisa Loeb. Reminds me a lot of Lisa Loeb, and she's got a really good command of language, a lot of humor, and I really dig it. Amy Hale, I see you're here. Mwah. Good morning to you, sweetie. Hope you're having a great morning so far. So anyway, yeah, I'm a little not happy with Facebook this morning, and we will, if Trump wants to close down Facebook, I'm all for it, but leave Twitter the hell alone. Anyway, David Atkins, as a human study, I found that those who listen only to the critics, they will never find their talent. Look at those who you inspire. They will have you reach further to be better for them. So reach beyond that rising tide to the far horizon. Very good. And I say ride that rising tide. Surf with the rest of us. And time for Jackson's school year wrap-up show on Zoom. If you're online when it's over, I'll come back. Okay, sounds good. Well, anyway, good luck with that, Rob. And you're probably long gone. I'm about 25 minutes behind. Gosh, you guys are chatty. I love it. Anyway, yep, I'm in both places and getting kicked off Facebook all the time. Yeah. Hence my irritation. Travis Gibb, message me private and we'll figure it out. I saw your comment and I just didn't keep it all together. I'm having trouble keeping it together too, Travis. Don't feel lonely. And Meredith Walgren said, I had a failed Kickstarter, but I wasn't taking it seriously. I used it more as a learning experience, and now I'm studying successful campaigns and watching Unpause It and Uncon shows. That's great training right there. And Meredith, you're part of the network here. You're part of the Nevermorians. I would say, if you have questions, I've run a successful Kickstarter campaign with help. I will help you with yours. And talk to Rob. Oh, God, Rob's got experience. Travis Gibb, Eric Hawkins here. I mean, there's a lot of talent here that can, maybe that would be, pick and choose for your crowdfunding campaign. And, I would also recommend maybe getting someone who's good at Kickstarter, someone who might be good at Indiegogo. I'm not sure about GoFundMe. That's kind of a different vibe there. Somebody that sells ads, you've got a wealth of people to choose from. And by the way, is your book A Woman Alive fantasy? Is that the one I need to get that will improve my life and make me a better person? Was that the one you've been mentioning earlier? Anyway, I thought it was for free, but I'll pay you a price. Okay, here we go. Shameless plug for Moby Dick, Back from the Deep. Finally, Matt, that's it. That's a way to go, man. Let's read this. Let's get this. Okay, now, Matt, here's something else. Mark the time I'm doing this when I start, because I want you to go back and take the audio. You have my permission. Take the audio and apply it to your advertising. Create another commercial, okay? Here we go. In 1851, Herman Melville published an account of a white whale that rampaged through the high seas. The beast, known as Moby Dick, destroyed numerous boats and cost many sailors their lives. The end of Melville's account saw Moby Dick disappearing into the ocean. Today, the whale is back. Moby Dick, Back from the Deep, tells the story of the legendary white whale reappearing in modern times and wreaking havoc on the waterways. Now, that was too long, was the problem. This gets cut off. So, let me see if I can find you on my list. Okay. And I see your sarcastic comment later. Good for you. Don't take any crap from me, by God. Okay, here we go. I found your thing. Let me try this again. All right, now time signature now. 3, 2, 1, now. In 1851, Herman Melville published an account of a white whale that rampaged through the high seas. The beast, known as Moby Dick, destroyed numerous boats and cost many sailors their lives. The end of Melville's account saw Moby Dick disappearing into the ocean. Today, the whale is back. Moby Dick, back from the deep, tells the story of the legendary white whale while reappearing in modern times and wreaking havoc on the waterways near an unsuspecting beachfront community. Check it out now on Kickstarter. All right, that's good. That's good. Matt, you're learning. The thing is, only comment, shorten it. Shorten it to 2 or 3 sentences and leave room for your URL. If need be, go to bit.ly.com and get a shortened address that's very Twitter friendly, and then use that so that at the end of this, I could have said, go to Kickstarter and then read that out and make that a hyperlink. See what I'm saying? All right. So there we go. And this is not just Matt. I see this all the time. I will say Dr. Toughlove approves. That is good copy there. The only problem is it's a little long. Now, that would have made a great commercial, but if you want something short and snappy to get people's attention, work up an elevator pitch. It works. I've had people, I'm not joking, I've been to shows where I've had people hug me for my elevator pitches and thank me for not wasting their time. And this wasn't just a waste of time, but Matt, this is how we do it. Also, start doing some research on pre-launches. It's something we do in the book field. That why do you think previews exist in your comic shop? They're trying to get you fired up for that comic that's coming out in 2 months. And there are some people who are big enough names in publishing, they have to start 6 months out. And imagine if you got people with some of this great copy here and said, hey, I've got this comic. What do you think? You know, I'm doing a Kickstarter in a couple months. Hey, I'm teasing this special thank you gift. You know, I've got my Kickstarter coming out in 6 weeks. Okay, 1 month from now, Moby Dick's coming out. You know, Herman Melville didn't tell the whole story. Check me out on Kickstarter. And then allow some people to come in and look at your site, say a couple weeks out for your Kickstarter. You can invite people in to give you critiques. Take the critiques into account and then tweak it accordingly. And then like the week before, just like, okay, I've got this thing coming out 6 days from now, 5 days from now, and about a month out, start lining up interviews. That's, we don't do interviews on this show, but a month ago, I could have gotten you on Clever Title Pending. And as it is, I'm booked up for almost another month. See, so we could have talked about your Kickstarter campaign, going into this. So, and the thing is, I'm going to tell you a secret site where I found out all this information. Now, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. It's a real secret. It's called Google. I Googled everything. That's how I learned all this stuff. There's also places like YouTube. YouTube has some brilliant lessons on this, but Matt, you're halfway there, man. You've done good. And thank you for letting me abuse you in public. All right. We're doing this to help everyone. And I hope you got something from it too. And it's okay to be pissed off at me. All right. I understand. Jobby Pika. Okay. First page is now free to the public. Let's check that out. John, I'm going to make a note of that. I seriously want to check that out. If you can get my pen to work now, John. Oh, God. Lord, you give them StreamYard and they don't know how to work it. Anyway, John, good luck on that. Seriously, man. And John, like I said, please put notices on Rising Tide and on my page too. You are invited. All right? All right. And message me that PayPal, Luke. Hey, me too, would you? All right. Let's make Rob feel like crap and give him money. Anyway, for a new computer, let's keep this man on the air, because in all seriousness, we need him. We do. Harley Slavic says, okay. And Nick Tockard says, amen, husbands, and good morning, Nevermorians. Nick Tockard, it is a delight, as always, to see you, my brother. You make you turn on the world with your smile. Suddenly nothing days suddenly seem all worthwhile. Well, it's you, girl, and you. Wait a minute, wrong show, wrong show. Anyway, or should I be like wee at the end of the show? Anyway, David Atkins. Yes, I work from home and writing. I had to go to a restaurant to write, so I am pushed. I cannot write at home, so I am trying my hardest to find a way to write at home since this mess. But my art took precedence, and I went overboard because so many kept asking for more art. Bleh. Yeah, you're popular, David. Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. You know how every now and then I get this little litany where it's like I just have to just scream and I go, stop needing me, everyone. It's like there are a lot of people who give me demand on my time, and I can't. And there are some people, 99% of you guys and gals, you ask me something and I'll drop what I'm doing to do it. But I get a lot of people that don't have that privilege. And some days they are the 99%. And I just get overwhelmed. And then my imposter syndrome kicks in. And, it's like I just yell out, stop needing me, everyone. And I, break down, cry, and, behave like a 6-month-old. But anyway, no, I understand that there are so many distractions, and that's one of the things I'm working now with insane productivity. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to earn me any friends. I've already started applying it like the last couple of months, and it's like it's working. I'm slow in getting it implemented. Yeah, Eric and Carl and Meredith, I'm slow at doing things. He said, contemplating his YouTube thing. Anyway, but yeah, David, but you know as well as I do, David, you got to do what you got to do, right? You'll get it done. I got faith in you, man. Harley Slavic, if anyone plans on doing giveaways for comics, music, movies, toys, etc., we will sell you the items for giveaways at a discount. Or if you want to promote our retailer page, you only have to pay for shipping. Same thing goes for reviews. Harley, we may do business, brother. That is a great offer. Authors, comic creators, are you looking at that? Are you looking at that? Harley, you may just have, or even if you sell it to somebody at a substantial discount, while you still can make a couple pennies on it, Harley. That's not, nobody will begrudge you that. And Brian Rhodes, good morning and happy Friday to you all. It's a happy Friday when I see you, Brian. Hope you're having a great morning. All the best to you and your family. And Phil Thompson, quick question. What did you think of the website I posted on Monday's show? I haven't gotten a chance to go there yet. Philip, would you send that to me via Facebook Messenger so I can make sure I find it again? That would be helpful, and I'll give you an honest assessment of it. Okay, thank you, Philip, in advance. And when is Meredith's show today? Unpaid promotion. What, Carl Witzman? Are you referring to Comics Noob, that special brand new show with the charming, delightful, and beautiful Meredith Logren, the one where she has committed to creating a comic book of her very own in 1 year, and she's enlisting the aid and advice of many of independent comics' greatest creators? Is that the one? The one you can see every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the OnCon Experience channel, as well as the Comic Book Advocates page on YouTube? Is that the one? I can't wait to go. I'm going to be there today. Hope you will too. And Meredith is going, oh, God, what have I started? Anyway, we are such pests. Anyway, all right, and going to see. Oh, Gail Simone is watching. Gail, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Hope you like what you hear. Gail is one of my favorite comic book authors. She has written practically you name it, and just recently read Your Red Sonja in collected form, and holy cow, I enjoyed it. That was really a good read. Anyway, anything Gail writes is awesome, and she's a great person. I met her years ago at the Superman celebration. Gail, hope you have a great weekend. Glad to have you here. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. And we have if you ever want to be interviewed on Clever Title Pending, get in touch with me. We have dozens of people who watch that show. Actually, our numbers are getting really good on the show, so thank you to everyone who helps us promote. You are part of a movement here. And Bill Sarn says, Attention, Monty Python fans! Click on Sartin Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sartin, and join the far out and groovy people tonight for their Friday night flicks with Monty Python and the Holy Grail at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't catch it, then you can watch it at your leisure on the rerun. So check out the artwork of Bill Sartin, where everything old is new again. All right. Good commercial, Brian. Good commercial. Good commercial. Anyway, Brian Wentzloff says, on tomorrow's Reels and Heels, we are talking with editor, producer, director Michael Felsher from redshirtpictures.com. Michael has done many special features for Lions. Oh, that's that cut off, dude. That cut off. Hold on, Brian. Let's see if I can get that. Where are we going? Where are we going? See? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to read it from here, Brian, because I care. Okay? That's the thing. Please, when you post things, keep them short, because one of these days I'm not going to use them. I'm going to feel secure enough not using the iPad that we're just going to have to cut it off. And we won't be able to read all the copies. So, Brian, and I know you write good copy, Brian, so I want to read it all. On tomorrow's Reels and Heels, Brian Wentzloff is talking to editor, producer, director Michael Felsher from redshirtpictures.com. Michael has done many special features for Lionsgate, Arrow Video, Scream Factory, DVDs, Blu-rays like BTS, and audio commentaries. We'll also have all the way from New Zealand actor, stunt performer Shane Rangi, who has appeared in Lord of the Rings, Narnia, X-Men, Wolverine, Thor Ragnarok, and more. And G.W. Pomingter will join us for a huge announcement regarding the future of Reels and Heels. I love Garrett. He's a great guy. He is fantastic. Please say hello to me in case I'm not there. And definitely check out Reels and Heels. You will be glad you did. And if Garrett's there, very cool. And I just love this show, says Ed Davies. I hope he means this one. We could use some love. We're very insecure. And I am an uncle. That's great, Harley. But I help take care of my niece and understand how difficult it is to juggle business with parenting. And it is not easy. Raising a child makes every struggle worth it. I'm with you, Harley. I don't have any children either, but I love my nephews and my niece, and I love my goddaughter. I couldn't love them more if they had my DNA in them. Well, the nieces and nephews do, but not my goddaughter, really. But anyway, but yeah, I love being an uncle, and I take it quasi-seriously. Bill Sartin says, I was happy to see my digital swag this morning from Ken Keller's Red Talon Kickstarter, and can't wait for my physical copy to arrive in the mail. FYI, the Red Talon poster is ultra cool. Yeah, and Ken Keller's a great guy. He really is. I like the heck out of him. And I'm really looking forward to my Red Talon too. I got the physical copy. So, and David Atkins says that infamous white whale has returned and is creating havoc once more until the undead captain shows up to confront the beast once again and protect the seas. With great art, fabulous story, and a lot of extras, take a look at Moby Dick Back from the Deep at this Kickstarter address right there. David Atkins gets an A+ in promotion from Dr. Tough Love. Very good, David. That's beautiful. The only thing is I removed one bit of redundancy with the second once more. I did that little edit there, but I'm telling you, Matt, that's how it's done. Seriously. And you notice there's enough room for me, and this copy, I'll critique it. The infamous white whale. Everyone knows what that is. Nobody's going to say, wow, that's the recording label the Turtles used to be on. Only I know that. Anyway, but that gives you a tease. That is like, he's back, and undead captain, you got the zombies, the zombie fans out there going, ooh, and you've got the classical lit stuff going there with the great white whale, and it's destruction. There's conflict implied in that statement, and it ends with where you can get it. Think of it like how, newspapers, we are all taught. I'm from a journalism background. I've worked on a newspaper for a couple of years. We're taught who, what, when, and where. If you can answer that in as few sentences as possible, you've got the key to great copy there. And something like that I couldn't give you character count on that, but that would be pretty Twitter friendly too. So you could cut and paste. You could post it on Facebook. You could post it on Twitter. You could post it anywhere. And the thing is, with people with such a diminished attention span nowadays, they want things fast. And like I carry about anywhere from 8 to 12 publications that I have a vested interest in. Either I'm in it, or I publish it, or I edit it, whatever. And I can go through all of them in, I can take about 20 to 30 seconds with each one. And like I said, I've gotten thanks for giving a short but effective message. Now, yeah, it takes time. David is a good writer, a good writer, and it takes time to learn how to be concise. And that's tougher, than writing anything. But as a comic writer, you have half the training right down, in your heart already. So anyway, this is great stuff. And if David would give his permission, I'm sure he would let you copy and paste this. I think you should put this in a Word document and work it up. I also recommend doing 3 or 4 different campaigns. Again, short copy with your URL, maybe a condensed URL, like I said earlier. And that is the key to getting your message out there. And the thing is, don't be afraid to talk about it. Hang out in, a place like the places I do the best at are the ones where I am interacting with the people on there. So Matt, that's the way it works. All right. Doing what I can to help. And the art in that comic looks great. Seriously. There you go. See, you may have already got a supporter there. I'm telling you, that's what Nevermorians do. And Cindy kept, Cindy, love you. Hate Facebook. And happy Fri-YAY. Thanks to everyone who joined in on the Animal Eye release party shenanigans. Great fun was had by all. That's true. Until Facebook became a punk and called some participants spammers. Then great fun was had by some. Yeah. It was a party for a product. And people thought it was, and Facebook thought it was spamming. Buck you thoughts. That's what the Reverend Spooner or the Speverend Runer would tell you. So it's like, yeah, I felt awful for that, and and it makes me wonder, how do I get away with it? It's like this whole show. We might have thousands of viewers if you people wouldn't promote your products when I tell you to, but we'll do it anyway. Screw you, Facebook. And we're about to kiss YouTube on the lips, if you know what I mean. And Cindy goes, go, Michaela, go, Michaela, go, Michaela, go, Michaela. Oh, yeah. And I like to see Michaela go. I like to see her show. I like to see her walk towards me, too. But anyway, Sarah must be avoiding the sunlight this morning. And we are still behind, checking, and up. I'm going to, there we go. Meredith Longren says today at 4 p.m., the Comic Noob has a panel with special guests Travis Gibb, Luke Stone, Andrea Lorenzo Molinari, and Ted Davies. I know 3 of those people, and I like the hell out of them. How to find the right artist for your story, and vice versa. Ooh, that's a good, I never realized the vice versa, Meredith, and that's a good point, because occasionally I get asked by artists, hey, I've got this story, would you do help me with the writing? So that is good idea. Of course, you have nothing but good ideas, Meredith. And Ted Davies Artistry says he's looking forward to it, Meredith. And Ted, I got to give you something, man. Yesterday, you were a fantastic guest. You were animated and funny. You usually are, but I think you just unlocked something yesterday. I saw you smile a lot more than you normally did. It was an interview I liked going back to watch. Seriously, if I ignore the left-hand side of the screen, it was a good interview. But you were fantastic yesterday. You really were. Or of course, I could be egotistical and I could quote Christopher Eccleston from Doctor Who. You were fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And you know what? So was I. Anyway, Cindy Kemp says, fun books found here at Smashwords. Thank you so much, Cindy. And by the way, you have 2 more days. If you go to Smashwords, you can download a free copy of my short read contemporary fantasy superheroine book, Conflict, A Study in Heroic Contrast. Check it out. The heroine will return, but meanwhile, before she does, her most deadly enemy, her most vicious enemy, learns to strike at her through her heart. All right, torn from today's from today's headlines. But anyway, go to that Smashwords link. Thank you so much, Cindy. I love you. And thanks for liking my comic on Instagram. You're welcome, Philip. And everyone, check out the work of Philip Thompson on Instagram and on DeviantArt. He's good. And Cindy kept, and here, there on Amazon. I'm everywhere. Good heavens. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much. And Rick, thank you so much. Enjoy, says Ted Davies. And thank you, Cindy, for helping promote me. Cindy, you and I are going to we're going to strategize. We're going to get this down. I've already got a few ideas. And Nick Tucker says, hey folks, tonight I will again be braving the interwebs to bring the Historical Fencing Guild live stream to answer all your sword fighting and related questions. There is a link down there, brought to you by Patreon and the Simple Sword by Nick Tucker II. Nick, that sounds good. That's gonna look good. I'm gonna smell good. Gonna taste good. I know it's gonna be good. So anyway, check out what Nick the Rock is cooking. And anyway, again, I had so much fun the other night with playtesting the upcoming Hybrids: The Sons of God's role playing game. OMG, that was fun. The system was intuitive, and I told you I would give you further comments, and I don't have any because you're well down the road on this one. I'm really enjoying it. And, maybe one of these days, maybe I'll give you some, donate some ideas for modules. You know what I'm saying? I can write modules. I'm really slow on really not that good at the stats stuff. I've written a couple things, but I had Cookie do it for me, do the stats for me. She's far better at it than I am, but it's good to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Am I not right? And Eric Hawkins, so like dozens of people told me on the internet that they don't back Kickstarter projects, so I created an Indiegogo. Listen, don't listen to the internet. That's probably the smartest thing that's said in this entire show for the last hour and 47 minutes. Don't listen to the internet. But you got a couple pledges, and that second dork that pledged your campaign, good Lord, what was wrong with him? Anyway, I did it just to piss you off. Anyway, please check that out and make Eric Hawkins writhe under the boot of success. Grind him under until he has to do nothing but fulfill your every twisted pledge ever. All right. And Eric's like, yeah, hurt me. Anyway, Cindy Kemp, then go out. Then go check out the newest releases from Bear Publications at bearpublications.com for 1930s sci-fi fun, worlds of Weinbaum, great aliens, cool stories, and weird environments. Get that either at bearpublications.com or on Amazon. Either way, I think I looked at that book listing. I think you mentioned it last night, Cindy, or your publisher did, and I'm like, oh, this sounds worthy of attention and then some, but am I worthy of it? I can only hope so. Anyway, Cindy Cap, then if you need some cool artwork and a daily dose of vintage cartooniness, go to Sarnart 76, the artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. Jessica Johnson says, have to work on Comic-Con. Everyone have a great weekend. Hugs to you and Cookie. Much love. Hugs right back to you and Lonnie, Jess. You have a great, great weekend, and we will talk to you soonest, I promise. And good news on second stimulus check. Oh, did they okay that? I mean, I am a card-carrying, practically. I had to make it myself, but I am card-carrying libertarian, and we don't really abide much by cradle to grave being taken care of by Big Daddy government. But that 1,200, the 1,200 was greatly appreciated, and it did help. So, kudos to our government. Part of my libertarianism is that there are things that the local level should take care of, and what they can't, the county can. Then if they can't, the state can, and then the state should give way to the federal government on items that they handle the best. And if that had been, if we had a more libertarian state of government, let me get political for just a minute here, and you'll all think I'm full of crap, but we'd have a smaller, more manageable government that the people could control rather than the other way around. And also, everyone would know what their job was. That way, we wouldn't have had this little to-do. Well, we might have had it considering who was involved, but we wouldn't, under normal conditions, have this thing about, well, the government does this, but not that, and the states say no, it's the other way around, and then the government goes, okay, you guys take care of it, we'll do our part. It's like, Make up your minds, people. Anyway, and okay, I had to take my 4-year-old to the bathroom. Did I miss any more tough love? Unless he peed for 20 minutes, I think you got it. If not, I want you to go back and look for it. Seriously, and I didn't do it all. David Atkins did you a huge favor there, man. And seriously, I want this to succeed. I am going to check out your campaign and might leave you some love. Who knows? But the thing is, Matt, this will give you something to work on going forward. Okay. All right. And the thing is, follow up. Follow up is huge. Don't just post once and think you're done. The shotgun method can work, but not as effectively as letting people get to know you. All right. And that's the key thing. If you post, if you find a show like this or OnCon and let people know what you are like, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And that is the best thing. And and people need to know why you're doing what you do. Somebody like Rob Anderson, I get the love from him. I seriously do. But there are some, and Travis Gibb does it, because I can tell he loves a challenge, and Chuck Pinault wants to elevate the level of comic book production and, the kind of stuff coming out. Luke Stone wants to do a kind of storytelling that speaks to me. And I dig all of that. And you need to let people know through your actions, through your words, why they should back you. They need to know what kind of person Matt is. I think you're a pretty good guy, and I wouldn't have put up with my crap for a moment, but you did. All right, at least I hope you did, because I hope you got some good advice, and I hope going forward you can use it, and I hope that it helps you bring this campaign in at a huge level. All right, Brian was like, "Hey, Brian K. Morris, what did I do now? You want to see a mass live setup? Then go to John Campia's YouTube channel and watch his BTS video he did to show how he goes live on YouTube. He shows all of his equipment. Hey, now I did that one time, and the judge threw me in jail for 6 weeks. Man, you don't do that sort of thing next to a schoolyard. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to be seeing anyone's equipment." Drank. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Brian. I don't always watch that show. I should, but some days I'm busy. Go figure, I'm busy. And but yeah, I will check it out. Thank you, Brian, because we are looking to get some more equipment. And I think a certain amount of it, I may be recruiting people to help me with this, because there are certain aspects of this that are clearly beyond me. And it may wind up being that some comments don't get said, which is one of the things I feared about the participation. I love the participation. But the thing is, a lot of I feel bad about not being able to get to somebody's comment for, say, the better part of an hour. But you guys serve some good conversations, not just me expounding on it, but getting feedback from you guys and gals. That's what makes this show work. And if you come on here just to hear your name mentioned, or only because you think we can get you an extra $1 for your crowdfunding campaign, then this may not be your show. Because the rest of us have a great conversation, and we are building, Brian Winslow comes on here and goes, "Hey, family," and that's it. That's the thing that, was an unintended consequence of this show. The Nevermorians are a great group. You guys and gals have backed some great campaigns on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. You guys have given people a lift when they need it. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's you guys. All right. But the thing is, the more people, the more conversation, and some comments are going to fall behind. And I know I've gotten feedback. I wrote something and it took you 20 minutes to get to it. That's the way the show works. That's why the show works. So I'm sorry if we run behind, but we'll get to it eventually. I do read everything. Pretty much. And $20,000 worth of equipment. Okay, Brian, he lost me right there. I don't know that I want to spend that much at this point in time. However, if you do want to see me get this stuff, look at the crawl now. We have a PayPal account that is devoted to basically improving the look of this show, as well as our publications. It will be used for both. We are planning a series of instructional, hopefully interesting videos for YouTube, and this will help us kick it up to the next level, we hope. So anyway, our tip jar is at paypal.me/risingtidebkm. And all contributions will be acknowledged privately and very sincerely. Because I know that sometimes some people don't want to be publicly thanked. I mean, I will if you ask me to. I'm more than happy to massage an ego or two for that. But because mine gets massaged constantly. But just the same, a lot of people just want to give, for the sake of giving, and they don't want to be hit up by other people who go, oh, they just gave something to them, I'll get some money from them too. So anyway, that's the way it works. And as the lady on the corner said, I think we got a long one here. Anyway, okay, this is good. It didn't cut off. Thank you, Bill Sarn. Let's read this out loud, shall we? Yes, we shall. Thank you. No, thank you. Since the man in the red fez now has his much-earned weekend off, come join the Everyday is Saturday Facebook group where you are encouraged to wear your favorite pair of PJs and a big bowl of cereal to enjoy the best selection of Saturday morning cartoons, classic commercials, and other surprises that's worth digging deep to the bottom of the cereal box for. So tune your UHF channel to the Everyday is Saturday Facebook group for the best of sunshine Saturday morning entertainment. Messed up the one word there, but that was okay. And wear your favorite PJs and a big bowl of cereal. I'm a sloppy eater, Bill, but I don't wear all my cereal. Anyway, David Atkins says, here is a bit of info that many would never try to do, but it is important. Many want their pages liked, but instead maybe post links and market yourself on the pages, and the ones that block you or ask you not to are freely there to market themselves and not there to help others. So clears out your page, likes, and markets you. Well, that's true. You get your one message in, and then they then they block you. You can try that. Has that worked for you, David? That's curious. I try. Actually, if I find out they don't allow promotion, I generally don't like them. In fact, I'm going through some of mine right now. It's like, well, they don't allow promotion. In fact, the ones I find don't allow promotion are usually the ones that only they can promote their own stuff. And I'm like, it's like, Rising Tide used to be that way, but Rising Tide finally understood its own message way too late. Well, not too late, because we did do it and we're still doing it. We allow specific people to promote their work. And if we give you permission, then you can promote. Otherwise, on my page and on Rising Tide, if I say you can post there, then you've got permission to post there. Now, I've had some people who I don't talk to for months, and they've given me no visible evidence of supporting me or other Furthermore or other Nevermorians. That's the other group, I guess. They're the elite killer squad. They're our Wetworks crew. But anyway, you don't want to know about them. No one knows about them. But no, the Nevermorians, they don't support the Nevermorian community. They don't support my show. They don't buy my books. They don't buy your books, as far as I know. And, they just, post on my page like it's theirs. And, I'm always suspicious when I see so-and-so has shared, has tagged, and there's like 150 people in there, and they're all in alphabetical order. It's like, no. And if it's one of my friends, if it's somebody I know, if David Atkins were to do it, for instance, I'd say, let's have it. Put it up there. That's cool. Rob Anderson, any day of the week, that would be fine. But somebody I rarely talk to, that never talks to me, and just posts on my page like it's theirs, it takes away from the people that do show the proper Rising Tide attitude. But anyway, just like Amy Hale, God morning. Well, God morning to you too. Mwah. Hope you're doing well. And Amy Hale will be my guest this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time on Clever Title Pending. And she's going to, we are both going to drink that night. And I got a bottle of, I was in a gas station right outside of Mattoon, Illinois, a few weeks ago when I was visiting Sarah. and we bought a couple bottles of wine there. And we got Black and Bruised, which we love, which is a wonderful multiple berry wine. And we got the only dry wine we've ever liked. It's a spiced wine that was like OMG. If you're interested, I'll find the name for you. And last night we cracked open a bottle of a pineapple wine, kind of like a sparkling pineapple wine. And it's good. And it's one of those, it's like a lot of the stuff from some of the southern Illinois vineyards where it's like, it's the wine I would drink after I mowed the lawn. It is refreshing. It's all get out. It's delicious and just sweet enough. And I can get you the name of that if you want it. Just let me know. But it's good stuff. And we got to have Silicon so I can buy more wine. Everybody buy my book so I can buy like a backseat full of wine. Cindy Cap goes, break time deprived, but bug you later. In the meantime, visit here for a newsletter sign up and fun book info. Definitely check out CKOEPP.com. CKOEPP.com. Remember the PP. And please check that out. She has a beautiful webpage. It really is. And you can sign up for her monthly newsletter, which the recent issue was, man, that was a good read. That really was. She put some real care into it, and it shows. It's really fun read. Very, very thought-provoking. I loved it. Thanks for the tough love speech, says Nick Tockert. It's hard sometimes when you don't make for a month and you are clinging to your two patrons for sanity. I have a simple mission. As an author, I want to create quality, helpful, enjoyable works that will eventually provide royalties to help support my son now and after I am gone. We are building our legacy, brother. We all are who are in the creative field. And like I've got, if something happens to me, Cookie's got right now half a dozen books that she can sell. And, she'll own the IP. And if something were to happen to us both, we have it earmarked who would get them. And I've already told one creator that, if something were to happen to me, they get specifically one IP. So anyway, and it's something we should think about, that we need to think about, who we are leaving this for and who we're doing this for. Always remember your audience. They say that over and over again, and they mean it. And I see that Sarah did show up. Sarah, glad you're here. Just now noticed it in my iPad. And John Bruning, good to see you, man. Hope you're having a great morning, John. John is an incredible writer and a fantastic author. He is the co-editor of Quest for the Space Gods, in which I am in it. Please buy it on Amazon. You will be grateful I told you so. Anyway, and who else do we have? Okay, I think we got everybody. So we're going to plow through your comments, and I'm sorry we're so far behind, but you've come up with some great wordage this morning. Bill Sarn says, attention Floridians, everyone needs to jump on the bandwagon that Carl Wiseman fell off of by being part of Carl's live drunken rant tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be fun when he and Carlene, in fact, I think they're getting tanked up right this moment. They've got an IV drip, each one with a bottle of really good wine. They don't use the cheap stuff. That's the one you'll see probably on Tuesday night with me and Amy Hale. And hello there, Sarah. Love you, hon. Hope you're doing well, hon. Hope everything's going well at home. Miss you, hon. And let's go back. And Sarah has entered the fray. Yay! All right, and here we go, John B. Pica. The League of Impossibilists are time-traveling paranormal heroes defending the space-time continuum from supernatural threats. Follow their adventures weekly at patreon.com/impossibilists. Matt, that's beautiful copy right there. That tells me everything I need to know that will make me go, ooh, I need to get over to John's page and give him some love. All right. And Brian Wesloff, I'd like to be on Clever Title Pending someday. Well, everyone wants to grow up to be on Clever Title Pending. I'd like to be on there myself one day. I've gotten a lot of people that want to be on that show. I don't know why. It's not like, I'm a clever interviewer or anything, or I pay attention, I guess. But I'm thinking I've got a bunch of people I would like to contact. You're on the list, Brian. And people that want to be on the show. And I'm going to write it down because I'm now keeping records. And if we find something that we think would be a good show, or if you have an idea for a good panel show, the panel shows really work out well because you get a different perspective. Because even in the one we did Tuesday on imposter syndrome, not everybody was in, I don't think we were all in lockstep, and we all come from it from different perspectives and have a point of view that I think someone will be able to identify with. So, Brian, be thinking about what you'd like to talk about, and and it's one of those things where if you've watched it, Brian, and you better have watched it, Brian, you better not be just coming on there to promote Reels and Heels, which is available this weekend on Facebook. But anyway, I know you're not. But if you have something genuine, if you want to talk about a specific thing or specific things, let me know. We'll have you on there. Otherwise, I'll pick something for you. So, this weekend, transvestite authors with anyway. And good morning, Amy, says Rick Bradley, as do we all. And Gail is an excellent author. Yes, she is. Gail Simone is she's a wonderful lady. Like I said, I met her once in Metropolis, Illinois at the Superman celebration, and she was a delight. And I'm sure she still is. And she's a fantastic writer. I read her stuff and I'm like, dang. Anyway, Harley Slavic word of advice: if you can, take a business class as well as a public speaking class along with a marketing class. Though I did not finish business school, what I did helped me drastically. That's true. And also there are sites, like I said, like YouTube, that will help you if you have a deficiency in your knowledge store, then go there. And like I learned a lot of my marketing from watching some YouTubers like Jenna Morisi, self-publishing with Dale, book launchers. Book launchers is a wealth of information, even though it's all nonfiction books. Julie Broad has a lot of great advice for even fiction writers and people of any creative sort. So watch these shows. If you think you know everything about the current marketing, you're already behind the curve. Is all there is to it. Eric Hawkins says, did you miss out on the Kickstarter that was 300% funded? Which one was this, Eric? Head over to Indiegogo. Now you see, Eric did not put the name of his comic in, which I think sells the whole freaking book. If he had told you it's for the Zombiful World of Oz #2, No Rest for the Wicked, and you can get issue 1 on this campaign too, it would have been perfect copy. But anyway, as it is, it's pretty darn good. But good work, Eric. Actually, good work. Just ragging you. And trying shorter copies, says Nick Tucker. I'm going to teach you all how to marketers if it kills you. Here we go. Have fun blowing stuff up. Play big stumpy robots, zombie mecha from space, and you can fight them in BSR Eyes to the Sky. Get your copy on Amazon right now. All right, that's great, Nick. That is cool. That's good. That's good copy, dude. That is good copy. And let me go back to your comments. Rick Riley, I know when I was pitching my Doc Saga and Frightening Things story, I was stressing over using as few words as I could to get the idea across. Yes, when I was soliciting contributions to my first two published anthologies from Rising Tide Publication, I said, please give me as short a pitch as possible. Because my idea is let's talk Moby Dick. If you haven't heard this, Matt, this is my pitch. If I were Herman Melville, this would be my pitch. In the 19th century, a young lad signs up for service aboard a whaling vessel where he discovers a whole new way of life. However, the insane ship's captain is determined to destroy the white whale that took his leg, even if it means the lives of every member of the crew. If my high school English teacher had described Moby Dick in that way, I'd have read that book in a heartbeat. I seriously would. One of my high school English teacher was not exactly a big believer in reading, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I won't insult him. He's not around. That's not fair. But anyway, but no, a lot of teachers don't infuse a love of literature. And if they would do something like what I just read, a short thing that tells me there's conflict, tells me there's unique characters, tells me there's a world to explore that I might not be familiar with, that's what I need to know. See? And that's what, as a general reader, what I need to know. And I'll tell you, I'm kind of busy. And I don't want to sit through a 30-minute dissertation on how, brilliant your book is. I had one person, this is the absolute wrong way to do it. I was at C2E2 a number of years ago, and one guy was pitching his book to me. He told me everything that happened in it from the first page, every page. He told me what happened till he got to the ending. And then he told me the ending. And he's like, would you like to buy a copy now? I'm like, I actually have no need to now. You've just described the whole book to me. There's no surprises. Why would I buy this book? And he couldn't answer me. So shorter is better. Trust me, for so many reasons. And Carl Whitson's got to run. He'll see you at 4 p.m. Eastern on Meredith Lawgren's On-Con show, The Comics Noob. Carl, thank you for being here. And I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant. That's going to be so much fun. Good morning. Good morning, Amy Hale. I'm just getting to my coffee, and I have to stop posting for my phone. I was up writing all night. Yawns. Well, good. Good for you. That means we're going to get some good Amy Hale fresh copy from you. Oh, this is wonderful. You're working on something new. I'm so happy. And we can talk about that on Tuesday night. What do you say? At 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central on the On-Cons Network, on Facebook page for Rising Tide Publications, and on our brand new, or at least dusted off and new that way because we haven't used it much, might as well be new, YouTube channel. And that's at Camouflage 61821. Camouflage is misspelled, but you should be able to get there anyway. But do a search for me. And we have recent editions of Clever Title Pending and Nevermind the Furthermore on there, so please check it out. And David Atkins, sorry, but I have to get back to writing and art. Don't be sorry, David. We understand and we approve. If the writing ever takes front seat these days, thank you for the compliments, Brian. David, you earned them, all right? I am told I can write, but I always find errors or things to change every time I read my copies. Everyone be great. Share your smiles. Give out joy and spread the love, not the plague. Back at you, brother. Thank you so much for those very excellent words. And the thing is, mistakes are part of our lot, dude. It's editing and finding them and changing them and making them better. That's where the real writers come in, David. Folks like you and me, all right? So you have an excellent weekend. Have fun and get a word written or two, okay? We're tired of waiting on your next book. Eric Hawkins just saw a video on Twitter, and an MSNBC reporter says, quote, I want to be clear on how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not, generally speaking, unruly as a building burns in the background. Yeah. And you know what? That reporter wouldn't have been there if that building wasn't burning. That's why do you think John Krasinski made so much that CBS had to buy out his Good News show? People wanted that show. People needed that show. Oh, man. So MSNBC, you're as guilty as any of them. Screw you too. Anyway, Rick Radley says, can't wait to read it, Amy. Hey, put me next in the line also. Bill Sargent says, it's been a great show this morning, Brian. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for participating in it. But I've got to take care of some things. Nothing more important than this. What are you talking about, boy? So I better get rushing and stop stalling. Oh, comrade. Good wordplay there. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Bye con Dios, amigos. Hey, happy trails till we meet again, Bill. Have a great weekend, brother. And we'll see you Sunday, hopefully. Rob Anderson says, I was drafted into being a pre-K teacher. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm getting ready for the rant here. Get your popcorn, friends. I was drafted into being a pre-K teacher. The war of education was long and hard at times. Sarah. But somehow we found victory. Who knew an indie devil could teach pre-K? The campaign is over. The mission is a success, and the comics devil, Mr. Anderson, has been slipped home to enjoy the summer and head to do 4 panels at Tampa by Comic-Con and annoy the masses and educate the masses. I'm sorry, Rob. No, that is great, man. I'm seriously, dude. I'm proud of you. Because Rob was telling me there was a lot of his peers or Jax's friends have parents who haven't gone through all the copy. Jax is a freaking superhuman. That's what it is. Jack's got at least 50% of the right DNA in him. So I'm proud of that boy. And Rob, I'm proud of you, man. Not everyone can teach, okay? But you are a good teacher on On-Con and all your related channels. You are the indie devil. And I'm proud to say you're doing the angel's work. Rob Anderson says, Alice Cooper, school's out from Alice Cooper trashes the world on YouTube. I love Alice Cooper. I especially love Alice Cooper in the old days. I remember one year, I think it was my junior year of high school. It was the last day, and we always at Georgetown, Illinois High School, we always ended the year by gathering in the gymnasium, and the teachers would speak to us and have a nice summer. We'll see you next fall. It was usually um, grades, freshmen through juniors, and it was like, okay, have a great summer, make wise decisions, blah, 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 blah. And somebody was handling the audiovisual. Of course, the audiovisual meant a record player. And they said, and we've asked somebody to choose a song to see us out. So have a safe summer, everyone. We'll see you in the fall. And as we're getting up to leave the auditorium, to empty out our lockers for the year and move on. Suddenly we hear the strains of Alice Cooper playing Schools Out All Summer, and and we are just like, yeah, we're jamming to this thing. And the teachers look absolutely horrified, especially when we talk about no rules, we can't even, no principles, we can't even think of a word that rhymes, and I don't believe the song reached the end. So that's why I love Alice Cooper. Anyway, that's a great one, Rob. Love it, man. Harley Slavic reposts. If anyone plans on doing giveaways for comics, music, toys, movies, video games, etc., we will sell you the items for giveaways at a discount. Or if you want to promote our retailer page, you only have to pay for shipping. Same thing goes for reviews. Contact Harley Slavic store on Facebook if you are interested, and you should be. And John has been on YouTube for 10 plus years, so he's been at it a while, so his equipment has been work in progress. Yeah, it's like I've only been really active on, and I mean really active on YouTube. Let's see, what time is it? It's like I'm sure he built up to it, and plus he's got a far larger viewership than I do. But if you want to see me have the same if you want to see my big equipment at the same level as what Brian Wesloff is mentioning, if all of my viewers would just send me $5,000, we're on our way. I'll check that out, Brian Wesloff. I'm just teasing you. Anyone who wants to succeed has to do three things, says Harley Slavic. Put family and health first. Amen. Put in the work and do not be afraid to ask for help. That is so very true, Harley. Very true. Good words, man. That's how we all get along. Rob Anderson says, I had a rule. If you added me to a group, my first post was promoting Barbara Unleashed. And when they got upset, I would say, now you know how I feel being put in your group to pad your numbers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I've got a thing I do on LinkedIn. I'm still on LinkedIn. I'm going to start working on that a little more, working that a bit better. But it's funny because I get people all the time that, want to be one of your contacts on LinkedIn. And I'm like, I don't care. So I do it. But then if I get a thing from them within the first 10 minutes of accepting their request, and it is something where I have to buy something from them or get into business with them, I delete them and I block them. So it's like, that's what, I probably have about 10,000 LinkedIn accounts right now, but somebody will get on and say, hey, Brian, I've got this thing for callus removal potion that I need only $500 million. And if you just send me $600 million, we can be friends forever. And it's like, we're not going to be friends for another 2 minutes. What are you talking about? The only problem is trying to get rid of people on LinkedIn is kind of onerous. It's a process. It's not very straightforward like it is on Facebook. So, but it's worth it. It's worth it for that peace of mind. I started doing that now on Facebook. And the thing is, I get people who will be, they'll come here and they'll be lively and they'll be fun and they'll be entertaining. And then I don't hear from them because Facebook, as I constantly tell you, doesn't tell me that you're here all the time. And so I have no evidence that they show up again. And then I will get like some sort of thing like I was mentioning earlier, somebody that doesn't talk to me. And then all of a sudden he's using me to promote his Kickstarter or her, handbag empire or whatever. And these people I usually wind up blocking because I'm not going to have them use my platform and by extension use you. in that process because I don't want them getting a hold of you and littering your pages with spam too. That's why I wear a mask when I'm in public, okay? And BKM-like groups come together, quote, to share each other's posts, but will only agree to share their posts and others aren't their brand. Yeah, exactly. Robin, I feel you, man, because I like Barbara Unleashed. I thought it was a great book. I really did. It's a niche book, though. It is a seriously niche book, and it's a serious book, and I like it for that reason. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like they should be upfront about, I do go on sites and say, we don't approve of adult material. And I'm pretty sure if you saw that, you say, well, why am I even bothering? By the same token, they might promote Cat Den and Supermom. But yeah, I see, things where it's like, well, this page is just for me and my posts and my friends. And if you post anything of yours, you will be deleted and blocked. And I'm like, let me save you the trouble. So my block list is getting very long now. Harley Slavic says, support Brian K. Morris, Cookie Morris, and Rising Tide Publications if you can. Thank you, Harley. I appreciate that. And back at you, man. Support Harley Slavic. This is a guy who's got the entrepreneurial spirit. And he's throwing a lot of things against the wall to see what sticks. And I want to see him get some headway in it. He's got a lot of ambitious plans. And we've been talking about something we got from Darren Hardy. Was it big, hairy, audacious goals? Big, hairy, audacious dreams, and that's how you get them. Harley Slavic's got the stuff, man. He's got the moxie, and local wines are generally the best ones. I agree. I would rather have something where I'm within driving distance of the vineyard than some big corporation. In fact, there's only very few nationally distributed brands that I'll even look at. I like Barefoot wines. Those are really good. Their Moscato's heavenly. And I like St. James Winery out of St. James, Missouri. They have an extended reach. But Paul Masson never got into their wines, for instance. Big names, I'm like, this is nice. This is okay. But I do like the local ones, and I prefer to support them anyway. Harley, what's an IP? Asks Philip Thompson. IP is short for intellectual property. For instance, your cartoon is an intellectual property. Cat Dad and Supermom is an intellectual property. Superman is an intellectual property. It is a thing you tell stories with. Okay. This show, Nevermind the Furthermore, is an intellectual property, as is Clever Title Pending. So I hope that clears that up. And everyone take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, you have a great weekend. We will talk to you soon. Hey, guys, I'm out. Got a press release to write. John B. Pica, that's how you do it. Rob Anderson and I are encouraging people to write press releases. In fact, I think it was Rick Bradley I think it was him. I hope I'm not misquoting, but somebody said recently when Rob Anderson was saying, we're not going to promote stuff on OnCon unless you give us a press release and some art and everything go with it, create a press package. And people push back at that. Well, I'm not going to do that. And I think it was Rick said, what is it? They write a book or a comic book and they can't be bothered to write a press release? It's like, WTF is this? Okay. Oh, this is going to be good. Amy Hale says, Jane wakes up in the hospital with no idea who she is or where she came from. She teams up with her new friend Colt to put her life back together, and in the process learns she has frightening, powerful gifts. And there are people looking for her because of those gifts. Begin this exciting paranormal trilogy with Book 1, Shadows of Jane, available on Amazon in paperback and digital form. All right, Amy, if you can use that audio, feel free. You have my permission. My English teacher, senior year of high school, was a comic book reader as well. So was my French teacher. My French teacher, who has been on this show, Mr. Trahan, one of my favorite teachers, if not my favorite teacher. Oh, he and Mr. Spicer, two of my favorite teachers. They're both my favorite teacher. It's like I'm trying to get my grades back in order, right? But anyway, I love their classes. They really instilled a love of learning in me. But Mr. Trahan gave me some comic books one time, some very old comics, and I insisted on repaying him. He just wanted to have him find a good home, whereas I wanted to do something, and he said, in turn, why don't you buy my son some comic books that he can read now? And Gladly. And Mr. Trahan gave me a pile of comics like this. I brought back a pile like this because I was so grateful and wanted to keep the love going. We hear about cycles of abuse, but we don't hear enough about cycles of love. We need to talk about that more. So we got along fairly well. That's good, Harley. That's good. You and your English teacher. I love it. And I hate typos too, man. I hate typos too. And bring Cookie home. Yes, Sarah. I agree. Thank you, sweetie. I gotta start writing to you again. You don't have much distractions. Wonder if Bill Gates still owns MSNBC. I don't know. I know Universal did at one point. Heading out. Take care, Harley. Thank you for being here, man. You got tomorrow off from this show. Hope to see you Sunday, man. I hope you have a great weekend, my brother. And yes, congrats, Rob, for awesomely teaching Jax. Yeah. And Brian Wetzoff, Nicole had to not only teach our kids, but had 210 students to keep track of. She put in her grades last night, and this morning had parents reaching out asking what their kids were missing. Wow. That's good. That's good because I was starting to read that and starting to fill it in mentally towards the end, and I could just see this teacher the teacher sends out the notices, and then the parents are complaining. Well, why are you making my children learn this stuff? It's who needs words anyway or math. Meredith Walker goes, I'll Tampa Bay CC too, not as a vendor but as a fan. I'll be walking around snapping pics and Lady Geek quickly interviews for GeekInsider.com. See you there, Rob Anderson and Christian Basil. Yes, Christian, who cannot resist the Morris Monster. Anyway, you have fun, Meredith. And also don't forget that Meredith will be on the OnCon Experience this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern with the Comics Noob. That's her, and she's awesome. Also check out GeekInsider.com. Lots of good stuff there, plus past episodes of this broadcast. And Sarah says, Barbara Unleashed rocks, and so do you, Rob Anderson. All right, excellent. That's cool. And we are actually caught up, which means I can take a pause and tell you about this. All right. And Amy Hale says, I need to grab some lunch and get back to that manuscript. You all have a great weekend. See you here Monday morning and maybe Monday night in Hale's Angels page here on Facebook. Go to author Amy Hale, sign up for that, and also Amy Hale's Angels here on Facebook. And you've got to check out her Monday night program, Books, Booze, and a Hale of a Conversation with her and usually her husband, John Hale, Mr. Amy Hale, as they get a little tanked up and we're going to contribute to Amy's cirrhosis of the liver on Tuesday nights with Nevermind the Furthermore. I hope you can make that one, Amy. And if you can't, let me know. We'll always have a plan B. And she'll be with me on Tuesday night on Clever Title Pending, where we'll talk about all things Amy Hale. And please bring your questions because Amy Hale is advancing rapidly. And if you want to find out how she's doing it, you need to ask how. So bring your questions, please. And Brian Wentzoff, I got to go, but definitely hit me up for Clever Title Appended Guest Stuff. Well, if you think of anything that you really, think of as, really close to your soul about that you want to be a part of as a panel, let me know, Brian. Okay, I've already got you down on the list of potentials, okay? Have a great weekend, Brian. You and Nicole both. And good luck on your announcement this weekend. Anyway, folks, I think we're going to take our leave too. Holy cats, almost 2.5 hours. Jeez. And David Atkins was supposed to do a 3-hour show. He missed out. Anyway, hope you don't miss out. Just because we're taking today off, you're still going to get to see me this weekend. I still have some videotaping duties. What's that on the henhouse floor? Doo-doo. Anyway, but no, back to the promos. Anyway, we will be, don't forget, we are taking Saturdays off for the foreseeable future. And starting next week, we will have a new broadcast schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for Nevermind the Furthermore, but it'll still be at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. Plus Tuesday night, we will have the new revamped interview show, Clever Title Pending. We hope that you will show up and bring your great questions like you've been doing so far. Oh man, you have really challenged the panel many a times, and I love seeing that, including me. But anyway, that will be Tuesday nights still at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. And this Tuesday, we will be talking to Amy Hale, who has just left. She is an incredible author and prolific author and part of the Havenwood Falls book collective. And you can ask her about what it's like to have series books. How did she get into that? In fact, she's got an incredible backstory about how she got into writing in the first place. And we hope we'll get to talk about that. And then the Tuesday after that, on June 9th, we have a night of gaming with Dave Woodrum of Fishwife Publications and Dan Smith, and we look forward to having you all here for that. And then the weekend after that, we're still lining this up. Inspirational Writing on June 16th. We're going to have Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. and David Atkins, and I'm going to reach out to one other person to see if they would like to contribute. And looking forward to that show. I really dig the show. Clever Title Pending is going to be a lot of fun for me too. Takes a lot more work, but I think the results are worth it. And I keep getting compliments about how it's touching people, and not in that Brian kind of way. But anyway, I'm really proud of the show, and I think you'll be glad to see it too. We are on not only Facebook, but we're also on the Rising Tide Publications page, which you ought to sign up for. We're over 2,100 people strong on there, and we want you to be one of them. We have new content every day, multiple content every day. Now we're up to about 3 or 4 content pieces, original stuff every day. So you got to check that out. Also, go to risingtidepublications.pub. That is our homepage, and that's where you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. The new one will go out in 2 days. We'll say 3 days. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Okay, in 3 days. Brian barely knows what day it is. It's only because he's looking in the corner of the computer screen. But no, we will be having our brand new newsletter. So please go to risingtide.pub and sign up for it today. All right, it's going to be pretty interesting. We're already putting it together, and we've got a special deal for some books that you may be interested in. We hope you'll support us. So anyway, today, programming notes. Today at 4 p.m. on the OnCon Experience, the convention, you can't go to the convention, so the convention's coming to you. And Meredith Logren will be there. The Comics Noob is going to be asking her great panel on, what's today's subject? How do you find an artist? And vice versa. She's got a great lineup of guests on there, but you're going to check it out today on the OnCon Experience page, as well as Geek Insider. In fact, go to geekinsider.com. Check out the podcasts that are there, the great articles that are being written there. A lot of great stuff. Meredith is doing a fantastic job putting all of that together. Then tomorrow, don't forget, there will not be a Nevermind the Furthermore tomorrow morning. But I will be on at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Central Time. The Indie Author Book Expo is having, let me get the correct name for it. It's the pop-up free Facebook Writers Conference. It's about writing your book. There'll be free books, Facebook Live with our authors, Q&As, and book cover sales, and prizes. And I will be on talking about how I built a freelance career and how you can do it too. How I accidentally built a freelance career, which is so much of it. But anyway, please join me then. And we will be back on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, for the very last, for the time being, Nevermind the Furthermore on Sunday. Again, starting next week, our broadcasts, our regular broadcast special schedule, I'll get the words out. They mean things. The new schedule will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We'll have Nevermind the Furthermore. Right there. They're pointing at the right one, Brian. Anyway, we'll have Nevermind the Furthermore Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, we will have Clever Title Pending with Amy Hale, fantastic author and self-publisher. And a hybrid author, actually, other people publisher. We're going to talk about that too. But anyway, we hope you have a fantastic Friday. We hope you enjoy your day. We hope you have a great weekend in case we don't see you. But anyway, if we do see you, we hope we'll see you tomorrow at the the pop-up authors festival, and hopefully see you Sunday, where we'll read the next chapter in Santa Stein on Sunday on Nevermind the Furthermore. So as always, folks, I hope you have a fantastic day. And don't forget, we've got a YouTube channel we'd like you to subscribe to. We're about 41 away from having our own URL on there, and I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, folks, as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a fantastic Friday and a sensational Saturday and Sunday, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore. Take care, everyone. Oh, I got to hit the right button, don't I? Okay, anyway. Oh, there it is. We've got a brand new dashboard here, and I need to find it. There we go. I should have set up for that. Anyway, as same sentiment, just a few seconds later. Have a great day, everyone. Love y'all.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising@geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.